What's up, y'all? Good evening and welcome to Game Night here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm your host, Edward.
Trey. Martin.
Ken.
Tonight, we are busting out 1930. No, I did not say that wrong. We are not playing 1830. We are playing 1930, the Golden Age of Airlines, designed by Alex Sorbello and published by Rio Grande Games. Rio Grande is a partner of ours, so they sponsored tonight's stream as well as provided us with a review copy. So big thanks to Jay and everybody over at Rio Grande. Right, so it's a cross investing game. It's an investment game, stock investment game. Has stock market. It's think trains, but that fly. It has nothing to do with the 18XX game. That said, I do think y'all are going to find this really, really interesting. One big caveat tonight, we have decided, just because even though the game plays fine, it's 6 rounds. We're only going to play 4 rounds tonight. And the reason is it's going to be enough to give you all a good feel for it without overextending how long the stream goes. So we all talked about this last time we played it and feel like that's going to... And the general rule is the first 4 rounds feel really good. And you're going to see everything you want to see in this game tonight in 4 rounds. So that's what we're going to be doing. That said, I'm going to give a detailed overview instead of a full teach, because it'll make sense as we get going, as we explain the actions while we're actually playing. So, fellas, I assume y'all are ready.
Yep.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I assume y'all are ready. Let's go ahead and get into 1930, Golden Age of Airlines. All right, what are you looking at out here? Well, first off, got a couple of votes for women X's for rounds 5 and 6. Again, we're only playing 4 rounds. But we have a map of the U.S. as well as a little bit of Canada, some of the different airports. We have some down here in Central and South America as well. Then over here we have, based on player count, I should note that we have cities here in Europe that may or may not come into play. We have a stock market where we will track all of the current share value of the various airlines that are in the game. And you know what? While we're using the votes for women X's, we probably ought to also, which it kind of makes me sad that Boston's out and San Diego. Those 2 companies are out as well. But the possible airlines that we can start in this game are listed up here. They are close
Analogs?
to,
They're close.
They're analogs of historical companies.
Pan Air, for example.
As opposed to, say, Pan Am.
Yeah.
What was it? It was TGA instead of TWA, etc. All right. So anyway, what these represent are different airports. And the little chiclets, or the little markers that are on here, are the home cities to start with, the starting cities for the various airlines out there. They will, their income is shown by the number over the big number, as well as any modifier for being the first one to have a gate there or the last one to have a gate there, as it might be. So that's what's out here on the map. Then we have a phase tracker, which we will try and remember to move as we advance. Then we have a technology track down here at the bottom, which different airlines will have different levels of their technology, which will affect their stock price as well as their ability to upgrade the various airports and the values of those airports out here on the board. Then over here we have the income track for the various airlines. I am going to try not to call them train companies because they are airlines, but I may slip up. Those are built or are done up in different buckets, if you will. And when the income of that airline hits certain thresholds, certain more shares will become available, as well as potential hubs will become available for us. Then, as I mentioned, we have a stock market. We have their stock trackers for the various companies as well. Then everybody has their own player board. But really, if you take a look at these, the player board is really just a giant player aid. But the player aid, our shares are going to be kept over here in our share holding area of the airline. And then the shares as we use them to take actions, we'll slide over to here. Otherwise, this is just a giant player aid, effectively. All right. So in addition to all of that, you'll see down here at the bottom, you have the cities. They upgrade from white to yellow, maybe, or from white to yellow to green to brown, and then potentially to gray as well. But we'll talk about that here as we get going. In addition to those things, there are some other things that are off camera. So everybody sees that each of the companies starts with 5 gates. There are 6 more gates off camera that are available. There are 3 more shares that are available for each company, as well as 3 hubs, which are the hexagonal markers that will get unlocked once the income for those companies gets to certain thresholds there. We have a bank off camera, and finally, there are routes that can be attached to the companies to be able to boost their share value, as well as get you a little bit of cash as well. These are randomly distributed between us. They range from $1 to $5. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are random dealt out to the various players when we get going. All right, so that's everything you're looking at, but what is it we're trying to do? Well, ultimately, as everybody knows, the goal in life is to make the most money, and that is the goal in 1930. So what we're going to be doing is throughout these various phases, the goal is to have the most money. The most money means cash on hand as well as the share value of your shares at the end of the game, which again, in our game is going to be at the end of 4 rounds, normally is at the end of 6 rounds. So the various phases, each round, each of the 4 rounds is going to consist of the same 3 phases. There is a stock phase where, you guessed it, you're going to be buying stock. Notice I did not say that you'll be selling stock, because you never sell stock in this game. Then there is an operations phase. Then after that, it's like a little cleanup, a end of turn, but it's a little bit more involved than just a cleanup phase. Then if the game is ended, fly all the airlines one more time, pay out, whoever has most cash wins. Mm-hmm. And then down below, as I said, there's a little technology track. We'll talk about all this as we get going. All right, so looking at this little player aid, one of the unused player boards here, all right? Actually, you know what? Before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk about the gist of how this works. So the first stock phase at the beginning of the game is different, and I will walk everybody through this once we get started. But a normal stock phase is you may, on your turn, whoever the active player is, can buy 1 stock and continue until everybody passes. So in other words, buy a share, buy a share, buy a share, buy a share. If we all pass, that's the end of the stock phase. However, when you pass, you're out, that's it. The only shares that are available at any given time are going to be shown up here. Now, it shows a little stock token pool over here, but we found that it makes it a lot easier to match them up with the companies up here. So each of these companies has 3 shares available at the beginning of the game, and there are 5 gates that the companies are going to be able to place out onto the various cities as well. But those are the available shares for each of the various companies to be able to, for players to buy. If it doesn't have any shares available, you can't buy it. You at no point may sell shares in this game. It is strictly buying shares. All right? All right. So once everyone passes, then okay, we're going to move into the next phase. The next phase is an operations phase. It says up to 7 operations per player, but it's only going to be done 1 at a time, clockwise from the initial player there. And it says play 1 stock token to perform 1 action for that airline. All right. So what does that mean? Well, we're going to have some mix of shares, and maybe it looks something like this. So I have shares in those 4 or 3 companies. I have 4 shares at this point. When it's my turn to operate, or I can choose any of those shares, which means I'm going to do an action for whichever company. I don't have to be the president of that company. I just have to have a share to do an action for that company. So let's say, hey, I want to go ahead and use TWA or TGA, and then I'm going to choose one of these available actions to take for that company. After I'm done, then Shrey will go, then Martin will go, then Ken will go. Then it comes back to me and I can do a different company. I could do the same company on a different turn, so on and so forth, like so. So let me briefly go over what these are, and we'll talk about these more in detail when we actually start the game. But what it is expand. Place 2 airline gates on the board. Place 1 if in the gray tech level. All right. So gates dictate the income of companies. Everybody has 6 gates at the beginning of the game. One of them starts out here on the board for the various companies. But if you have a share in that company, you then can place up to 2 gates in any available city. You just can only have 1 gate per city because, well, you already have a gate in that city. It doesn't make sense to do it multiple. However, you'll notice down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the tech track. So at the beginning of the game, everybody's technology starts there in the United States, which means you can only place gates in the continental United States, which means no South America or Central America, nor any Canada, and obviously no Europe as well. But as the tech advances, now you can go into Canada, you can go into South America, you can go overseas, etc., etc. But importantly, the technology also says you can only place 1 gate if your technology level is in gray. So keep that in mind. But placing gates, strictly increasing income. Income is how you're going to make money in this game, right? Okay. So that's expanding. Relocating is moving. 1 airline gate currently on the board must be equivalent or higher paying location, meaning you can't just tank a value. So for instance, if you want to move this yellow one, which current value is worth 10, you can't move it to say to Denver, which its current value would only be 6. It must be somewhere 10 or higher. But easy enough, it'll make sense as to why we want to move gates as the game progresses. Upgrade. Change cities holding your airline gates to a higher level, and you can pay for more out of pocket. So down here at the bottom, you'll notice that let's look at Kansas City. Kansas City, and if we zoom in a little bit more on the various cities here. So if you look here in Kansas City, its base value is 5, and then a modifier underneath it for the first and last or 4th gate, which is the last gate. But in addition to that, if you advance or upgrade the location, you'll see that the base value is shown right there. So 7 for yellow, 9 for green, 11 for gray, 11 for russet, 12 for gray. Important to note, you do not have to go in sequential order. You can go from white to green as long as the technology level of the company that you are operating that has a gate there is already in green. If it's in green, hey, it can just go from white to green. So cool. And then the values will go from 5 to 9 for every company that has a gate there. Okay? So that's upgrading gates. Open means upgrading a city and place a gate on that city, either from the stockpile, meaning up here, or moving a gate from a different place. All right? However, it's important to note that once hubs get placed out here on the board, you can no longer vacate that city, but we'll talk about that. So speaking of hubs, place a hub on a city with a matching gate. What does that mean? Well, when we get hubs are the hexagonal places. When you do that, it's going to double the base value of that. So it's going to increase that amount for that company. In addition to that, it can no longer be moved out of there for positive or for negative, depending on your point of view. Research is, hey, you want to advance your tech level. Okay, increase the technology level by 1. You can only do that once per turn, and flip the tech side to the from the wrench there, and Shrey, if you will, go ahead and flip one over and advance it. Doesn't matter which one. There we go. Hey, that has been advanced already like so. So nobody else can do that as we go. Finally, fly. CEO chooses the reward. If no CEO used the chart, and you can only do that once per turn, flip the income marker to its flown side. So what does that look like? So if you take a look at up there, you flip that over to the flown side to show that, hey, that has already generated revenue. It has flown this turn. And then finally, rarely stand, do nothing, and it loses stock value. But basically, that's only if you can't do any of the other actions.
And I've played this now 2 times. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't either. So
yeah.
Now, it's important to note that research in fly can only be done once per turn by any of the shareholders. Doesn't have to be by the president. Remember, everybody is going to be doing actions here based on the shares that are out there. Okay? So in other words, if I'm not the president, I can still make yellow fly, even if that's not the best thing for it, because maybe somebody else has way more shares in yellow than I do. I might do things that are, counterproductive because, it's hurting other people more than it is me. So that's the important thing to note there. Now, when you fly, if you are the CEO, or check that, if the company has a CEO, then can choose any of those actions. If there is no CEO, what does that mean? That means there are at least 2 or more players with the same number of shares. So if I have 2 of American Airlines here, and Ken has 2 of American Airlines, American Airlines doesn't have a CEO. So in other words, we then follow this flow chart and do what it says when it flies. Pay dividends happens when you fly. Hey, great, or maybe it happens. When you have taken your last action, that's it. That is the end of your operations phase. And then once everybody is done, and note that you only have room for 7 actions, for 7 shares, but you are allowed to have a total of 10 shares. So if you have 10 shares, that means 3 of the shares, 3 of the actions are not getting used by that particular player. And I should point out that only when you hit the 10 share threshold, at that point, if you want to buy more shares, you may exchange a share that you have for another share, paying the difference. That's the only way you get rid of shares. But again, you're not selling the share. You're only exchanging once you're at 10. All right. So once everyone is done with the operations phase, we then end of turn. Everybody may purchase 1 action for the action cost. All right. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you look over here in the share market, when these companies start, these markers are going to be on the various places for their current value. The par price, if you will, is going to start between 3 and 7. And you'll notice up above, it says the action cost here is $1, $2, $4, all the way up to $16, depending on what it is. When we get to the end of turn phase, the every player may purchase 1 action for the action cost. However, only the CEO cannot do this for a given airline. A lot of times this is going to be done to fly the airline if it hasn't been done, because if a airline does not fly, it loses revenue. It loses a share, it drops 1 on the share value, which usually if you're the CEO, you don't want, because it's losing you more money. Right, correct. So that's the end of turn phase there. And then finally, we rinse and repeat, do that 4 times. And then at the end of the game, if every company is going to fly 1 more time, pay full dividends, and then we're going to add up everyone's portfolio. Whoever has the most cash wins. That's really it in a nutshell. Now, obviously, there's a lot of intricacy about the actions. We'll talk about that as we go through. And now, before we actually get started, I need to go ahead and walk us through how the first shares or the first stock round works, because it is a unicorn as far as the rest of the game goes.
Yep.
So just going to walk us through the first stock round here. All right. It's structured, as it says, to provide a balanced start to the game. The first operating round follows the first stock round, again, using train terms, if you will. So every player should review the information found on their first round turn order card, which is right here, and I'll go ahead and show you all that. Now, we did randomly pass these out, and it just so happens that it matches in player order. Mm-hmm. So we're starting with Shrey, going clockwise from there. So you're going to buy 2 shares of stock of one airline, and that becomes your base company that you're going to have 2 shares. You're going to pay, and you're going to set the par price for that. Then you're going to buy 1 share, not of your base company. And then you're going to buy 1 share of an airline you don't already have. So you're going to start the game with 4 shares. That's how the first stock round will go. And when you buy 2 shares of an airline, you're going to set the par price. And again, the par price, the par price is going to be, is going to be between $3 and $7. You will set that. Not all the companies maybe will start at the beginning of the game. We'll figure that out. And a couple of other rules down here I'll go ahead and read out. No player may buy additional stock tokens of an airline they founded on their first buy. So in other words, you're going to buy 2 shares, be the president of that company, and you can't buy that again in the first stock round. Mm-hmm. Players can only buy 1 share in each of 2 different airlines on their second and third buys. Mm-hmm. If the player chooses an airline that has not been started, start the airline, par it, if you will, or set the initial stock price. A value cannot be set that the player starting the airline cannot afford. So if you set it at $7, you've got to be able to pay $14.
Or 7 if it's
or 7 if it's a second company, correct. And players can may only avoid buying additional stock tokens if they cannot afford any, or if it conflicts with the rules above. All right, so that's how that works. So with that said, place your bets. Over under Glory to Rome's 4.5. 1 per round feels about right. We'll see how that goes. How many of y'all out there have played this? There we go. There's the cameras. Hi, y'all. All right. No one says, so this is basically 18XX with planes. Not really. No, because there's no route building.
And this whole stock thing works very differently.
It does.
No rusting.
Yeah. A little bit down here.
A little bit, but it doesn't. There's no train rush, certainly. I mean, it doesn't feel at all like 1806.
No. I think a better way to frame it would be inspired by.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Okay. So, with that said, Shrey.
All right, so I'm buying 2 shares. Starting a company and buying 2 shares of it. I'm going to start out Pan Air.
Okay, so Pan Am. I mean, come on, it is what it. Yeah, all right. So he's starting with the one in New York. Now, the company values you'll see up here are between 6 and 10, and the reason is where their starting hub or their starting gate is, or their starting city has dictated. Yep. So New York is worth 7, Chicago's worth 7. But both of those companies are at +3 because of the first gate, so that's why they're up here at 10. So now, setting a par price.
Let's start at 4.
All right.
And does it flip over? I can't remember.
It does not. So $8
round.
you owe. So everybody starts with 20, 21, 22, 23. That's the balance, if you will, for all of that. So that was what 8, so 12 back. I got you. I'm going to have to move these over, but we'll do that. Go ahead. You bank on that side, I'll bank on this side.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. All right, so that is that. Now, Martin.
Well, I'm going to do something remarkably similar, but starting in Chicago.
Okay.
And so I'm going to start the Chicago company.
Which is called?
What is this one called? Can you make out what it is?
C something?
Is that Continental? Maybe?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It wouldn't be Continental historically wise. I don't recognize it, actually.
Yeah, I don't know that
Most of the
icon.
others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Chicago company.
Okay.
Very well.
So that'll be, and I'm also going to go for. I'll go for a five par. So I'm
Alright.
going to go for
All right.
Gotcha.
So
I got
10.
it.
Yep.
slightly whatever, but go with it.
There you go. Yep.
All right. Well, those are the two fanciest airlines.
They are.
Since I can't have access to them, I will start. West Coast Airways.
So is that? Yeah, I don't know what that is
got a-
historically.
it's got a
It's got a wing.
wing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although it
if y'all
oddly
know
looks
what
like a
these
single
airlines
10C for
are
some reason,
inspired
yeah.
by, like some of them we know.
I will start it at 4.
Okay. Starting one of the cheapies down there.
Well, and so the reason I would do that is because I have a card that has Seattle.
Sure.
in it, basically.
And
Can't imagine that isn't driving the logic of Shrey and I as well.
so looking at my cards. So here,
Although, are there cards with New York and Chicago on them?
I don't know, maybe.
That could be. That could be.
I wouldn't know.
I've never seen one before, but I
so
admit that it's
just-
a possibility.
Just to give you an idea on these, so all right. So the higher the value, the harder they are to do and later in the game. So looking at maybe say that one, okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and start TWA in LA. So or TGA, but it's TWA.
Yeah.
Okay.
TWA, which stands for Try Walking Across.
Yes, which right, which do we start it at super high or super low? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bargain basement prices here at $6. So that's 6, 14 back. Make it 15 back. There we go. There. Done. Okay. Back to Shrey. Now Shrey cannot buy Pan Am. The end. That now. And if he starts another company that has not already been parred, he only buys one share of it.
Yeah.
So it's a single share, and it cannot be Pan Am. That's the only rule there.
Well, so I could.
Oh, it's Chicago. It's got to be United. That makes sense.
Possibly, although
no,
it doesn't look like United. It could be a pre-runner of United.
It's got to be because that's
that is
that's
Chicago,
United's
that is,
hub. Yeah,
that is-
yeah, yeah.
always
it
been.
says CNS.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I don't know
United's
what it's-
original name was.
Yeah, I
maybe.
don't either. Somebody look up what United's original was. I'm curious.
Chicago
One of you
and
then.
South Carrier.
Okay.
Chicago and South Carrier.
Okay.
is
All
what
right.
it says.
Anyway, sure.
All right, so yeah, so I could buy in on one of your companies, and
In an incredibly small font.
yeah.
Yes.
So I could buy Cheapy that you set up. I could. And Martin's is expensive, not particularly expensive, and Ken's in the middle. So I think I will go cheap. I will buy TGA.
Okay.
So I will spend, what is it, 3?
It is 3.
3.
Okay. And again, that's always buying from the bank. So there. And
then
give it, Martin.
TGA.
TWA.
GWA,
Yep.
please. Thank you.
Okay. And
Well, I guess I'm going to buy something for 4.
or start a new company.
No, I don't. I feel that starting a new company is a bit aggressive or something. I don't feel it's a good opening play. But who knows? I mean, I've done badly on both my previous games of this, so what do I know? I'll go to New York. And so I'll
That's
buy
the correct
Pan Am.
answer.
go with,
4.
go with Pan Air.
Okay.
I don't really love my option, but it's still probably the right one. So I'll buy.
Well, if you
share
didn't, I
of
was gonna
CNS
for a nickel.
5. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I could get into West Coast, which I feel like is like Alaskan. Like I don't know what it becomes, right?
No clue.
So, anybody know what started in Seattle historically? Looking at these, do I pivot a little? I don't think it's a terrible idea. Yeah, you know what? Let's try something a little bit different. And I am going to float or start Eastern Airlines. So that's the pink.
Okay.
And now I'm tempted to part really high, but the problem with that is that kind of disincentivizes other people to get into it.
That's a problem, or it isn't a problem?
That means that the airline gets less action, so therefore it will be less likely.
Doesn't necessarily mean its stock price will be bad, though.
Good fact. There is that. It can just trundle along, but maybe, looking at this, everybody, even if I were to do it at 7, that feels foolish. Let's try it.
I was curious about this as a strategy.
I haven't tried it, but I am curious to see if this is
paid
valid.
more for that one share than you paid for both shares of your other airline.
And it's only likely going to get one action.
Yeah.
Which means I probably will pay out of pocket to fly that one.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this works.
Yep.
All right, so now Shrey is going to buy a share of an airline that he does not own, which, not a problem. Oh, Chicago Southern Airlines. Okay, that really is Chicago Southern. Okay.
Yep.
That was a real thing. So
Cool.
it wasn't United. So there we go. All right.
All right, so
Northwest. That could be.
So what did you start?
Could be.
I thought Northwest started in
Miami.
Started in Eastern.
Miami.
Or it's East Air, but it's clearly Eastern Airlines.
Yeah.
All right, so I could sell a green.
Buy a green.
Right. I could buy green, which would sell it out, or I could get on pink. I'm not thrilled on. I kind of want to get in on another company, but I'm worried that Ken or Martin won't join in, which is kind of it's good to have another person. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to buy cheap. I'm going to make a cheap share in Minneapolis.
Okay. So
$3. $3 for
Okay.
Northwest Airlines Inc.
Oh, that might be Northwestern.
That's Northwestern, I think.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
They were based in Minneapolis. And
Oh, were they? Okay, all right.
Minneapolis was one of their main places. So I flew a lot of Northwest when they were still a thing.
Okay.
Before they became part of Delta.
Oh,
Now, so it's mandatory to buy stock if you can, right, at
Yes.
this stage?
Yes, and for the first round only.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I'm going to join in with Shrey and do the cheapy option and get a share of Northwest.
Northwest for 3. Okay.
Yep. That leaves me enough cash to be able to operate should I need to, which
yes.
is handy.
Even if there's a lot of withholding going on,
Yeah.
which there very well might be. I don't know. Probably the right thing to do is buy that Northwest share. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Two companies by yourself seems like a great idea. Get in there.
Terrible. I guess we're gonna have to go with Eastern, or what is that? Northwest,
West Coast.
West Coast.
West Coast.
So yeah, for $4. There we go. All right. So now let me go through. So we have for different airlines. At the end of the first stock round, all players will have 3 or 4 stock tokens from at least 2 different airlines. Players discard their first round order cards. Play begins with the first operation card. So let me have those cards.
Yep.
There we go. Those are out of the game. There we go. So now, at the end of a stock round,
Yep.
just want to make sure. So, because all of those were bought, except for those two, they all increase in share value. Just want to make sure that we get it right.
Yeah.
I think not in the first round. Like the stock round is weird every time.
The end of a normal stock round. If
Yeah.
there's no stock.
Then but otherwise that is the value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if it's purchased also, it'll go up.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now, just again, to make things cleaner for us and for y'all for tracking up here,
Yeah.
we're going to take Granif off, which is there, and we're going to take American off and put them over by their shares
Yep.
just to be able to. There we go. It's got to come down towards me because it's pretty tight up there. There we go. There.
Okay.
And the only reason is we'll figure out where they are. Their gates stay out there just to clean this up a little bit.
It's
And
likely
same
at
with
least
these.
one of them will be started at some point in the
Correct.
game.
Yeah.
But
Just take these off also.
Oh yeah, might as well take them off the tech track as well. Again, just to clean it up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Alright.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
You know what? Actually,
sure, we got
here
it.
we'll do this.
Okay.
That'll work. Okay. All right. So we are now in the ops phase, and it starts with Shrey.
Well, I think a thing to do for the company that I'm most invested in is get it to the point that it can put down 2 gates. So we will spend an action with Pan Air Am and tech it up.
Okay.
So I move it over, I flip it over, and then we also push up the
Yep.
the stock price of
Moves
that
from
company.
4 to 5.
Every time a company enters a new color band,
Yes.
it goes up 1 stock.
And to be clear, there's also a color band down here, which is the gray. But again, because we're only playing 4 rounds, it's unlikely that that's going to happen. So that's why on that camera, that's why it's blocked off. So
Yep.
there you go. Okay. All right. All right. So that was one of your actions. So now, Martin.
That feels just like a very, very obvious action for your primary airline. So I think
wait. So you probably have some ideas of where you want the gate to go.
Mm-hmm.
I want this airline to be healthy. Wait until my turn. I'll raise the tech on CNS. Then you'll have the last 2 actions to do whatever you want.
you're gonna
Yeah.
raise the tech. Okay. Interesting.
I want the company to do well.
Well, yeah. I always believe Ken when he says he wants to help me during a game.
Said no one ever. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm a stockholder. I could very well get the second share next time, right?
That's true.
Could potentially.
So yeah, that would puzzle my plans. So what do I then do with what I've otherwise got? I can do the purple, or I can do the blue. I'm not really excited about what I can do with these, so I won't worry about that.
You could raise purple. We could work on it together, you, Shrey, and I.
Yeah. One of us has to fly it.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I will. I'll raise purple. What the hell for it?
Okay, and as promised, I will raise yellow.
And
So
push up.
stock price on purple goes up.
And
stock price on yellow goes up.
There you go. Can I count on you to do similar for TWA?
Not my next action, but the action after that, absolutely.
You're making that.
My next action I will do I'll do this next, and I will do that one after. So
Yeah, it's waiting too
I
long.
guarantee you, I will.
I hear you, but it's going to then make it. Yeah, that's so far behind.
It's not so far behind. You've had 2 actions to take before then.
It's not helping TWA get into the higher revenue cities.
I see.
So no, I think we will do it on our own. And so TWA will go ahead and advance, which means that will jump up to there. Done. All right, back to Shrey.
All right, back to me. Looking at my cards for no particular reason.
These are from.
Oh yeah, those are from.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good. All right. Thank you. Go ahead. It was confusing me because I had two boards in front of me. Go ahead. Take your act.
So I'm going to operate Pan Am again, and we're going to put out gates.
All right. So walk us through. So here you go. So expanding, placing 2 airline gates on the board, and not
One
in
the white.
anymore. So you get to place 2 out there.
Right. So I can place 1 or 2, but I'm going to place 2. Right.
Yep.
Sure.
So well, 1 is going to go to Washington.
Okay.
And
So
yep. And
do
then-
this one at a
Yep.
time. So here we go. So 7 plus 3, so that's going to be 10. So the revenue or the income goes up 10,
Yep.
And then that'll go in Denver.
which is going to be a total of 6. And now, this is the first time somebody's hit that threshold. So that threshold says when a company hits that, it's going to then get a hub and a share released. So from the supply up here, that's actually going to get added up there to where its available stock is, like it's in use or available to be used, I should say. So if you look up there, that is the first company to have a hub available to it. So placing a hub as a shareholder, somebody can do that to lock down that location for them and get double revenue. All right, so that is expanding. All right, Martin.
Well, I'm unsurprisingly also going to expand with my major airline. Which gates? That's the question. Well, I kind of fancy New York, even though the best spot has gone for it. But, I guess
And that
still-
is going to be a bump of 7 because plus 0. Okay. Yep.
And well, Montreal's very attractive at this time of year. It's not actually snowing, so I'll do that, and that will give it a bump of 10.
And because that hit that threshold, those go up next. There we go.
All right. So I will. Get some gates for whatever this one's called. Norwest.
Okay.
Oh, no, yes. No TH. Norwest.
And I will go to Vancouver and Montreal.
6 and
6
7.
and 7 is
Total
13.
of 13. 8, 13 is 21.
Facts. There we go.
Okay,
Not
so-
enough.
Yeah. So
Now, Shrey,
Yep.
if I do TWA to expand gates,
would you want me to fly? Or you
yeah,
want
I want you to fly it.
you don't have to, you don't have to pay for that?
No, because East Air is gonna.
So
Oh, right.
this is the last chance for you to raise. This is the last chance for us to get a stock bump in green this round.
Hey, stock bump. Why is that?
Because if you raise the tech now, I can place it in gates. It'll give us a stock bump.
If I raise it in tech,
Yes.
fair.
You let me know what cities you want for Orange. I can do it.
That also works. All right, let's. Yeah. All right, fine. We'll play nice. All right, let's do that. We'll raise green. So green will now increase
Yep.
there. And now we're looking for TWA. TWA is in LA. That's not great. I mean, that's 8. New Orleans for sure.
I don't mind that.
So that would give it to 8. That would put it at 17. And then ideally it would be another 9.
Well, Toronto's a 9, but it may not line up.
It does not, but that also, I mean, that's okay.
But if there's a card that you can definitely do.
I mean, the income would be nice and the free bump would be nice. But so here's the thing. It would be a share bump.
And a buck, probably.
But I'm losing out on the income, and that is the difference between. It's only $2, $4. Really, only $2. Yeah, it's worth it. All right. So if that's the case, let's do New Orleans and Seattle.
All right. So TGA will operate putting gates in New Orleans.
Okay. So that's
Orange.
going to be 8. So orange and Seattle would be ideal.
Would be 4, yeah.
I mean, it's not
So that's
sexy, but
12.
that's 12.
12, yeah.
So to 21.
Yep.
The end. Okay. All right. Back to Martin. Sorry. Yeah, he just
I
did
just did that.
TWA.
All right. Okay. In which case, I think it's time for Yellow to act again. It's going to place a hub in New York City.
Okay. So it's the first time somebody's placed the hub. So, couple things to make note of on this. So, yellow can never be removed from New York. It might slide over because if this gets moved, everything slides to the left. But yellow is permanently there. And in addition to that, this is counted twice. It's counted once for the hub and once for the gate. So it's going to increase 7.
7.
So there you go.
Yep.
Okay. And that hub is forever. Only one hub can go on a given city. And you'll notice that not all the cities have hubs. Specifically talking about Europe, do not have hubs, and nor does South and Central America, whereas North America does, so Canada and the U.S. All right.
So placing gates for West Coast in Washington and in St. Louis. So
7
total
and
of
6 is 13 to 19. Okay.
Yep.
It cost an extra $2, but I think it's the right thing to do. I'm gonna just pull levers and see if this is a terrible plan or not. East Air,
Yeah. I wasn't sure what the right call there is. It's interesting. Yeah.
we're gonna get the bump, so that is going to go
Yep.
there. Which the unfortunate thing for me is
Your action cost.
the action cost is going to cost
$4 money.
$4 instead of
Yep.
$2. So is what it is.
Well, okay, so I have my last action is purple. It is the last purple action around the table. So if it doesn't fly, that means no one will fly this entire
Yep.
round.
Because
That's
there
right.
isn't a CEO which you can't
Yeah.
purchase for that.
Which
That's
means it would go backwards in stock value.
Yeah.
That is not an option that we would like to entertain. So I will fly northwest.
All right, 2 things are going to happen now. So if you take a look at the income track, the purple marker is going to flip over, first off, to show that it is flown.
Right.
Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and go through the flow chart here for the very first time. Is there a CEO? No, because there are 3 shareholders, each with 1 share. So no if CEO, choose. Okay, if not. Now, note, if Shrey, check that. If Ken had 2 shares, and Shrey is the one that's flying it, Ken gets to choose what this is, correct? Or Ken gets, even though it's Shrey taking the action, but there isn't one. Choose the first possible. If the airline has no gates, available, if available, increase the airline gates by 6 and take no dividends. So this is the purple company. So somebody go ahead and point over there. Oh, did not work. Let's try. There we go. Thank you. There are gates available. Okay, so not that one. If the airline has 1 gate available, if available, increase the airline gate by 3 and take half dividends per share. But again, there are 3, so not that. If the airline is 3 or more tech levels behind the most advanced airline, take half the dividends and increase the tech by 1. Well, if you take a look at the tech level, I mean, obviously, nothing can be 3 behind, so clearly not, but it's not. Otherwise, take full dividends. Okay, so the dividends are depending on where the company is on the income track. So this is the purple company. The purple company is here in the gray area. So therefore, it's in the 1 to 25. So it's full dividends. It's $2 per share, i.e. $2
$2
per person.
for 3 people.
Yep, so 2, there, 2, and 2. And that
That's
was
it.
Shrey's action. There you go. All right, Martin.
Okay.
I'm planning on paying to fly it, so you don't need to.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I was imagining you would be paying to fly it anyway. Well, I'm going to do an upgrade. I'm going to upgrade New York.
All right. So an upgrade, change 2 cities holding your airline gates to a higher level. So if you take a look, that is these colors. So New York is now going from 7 to 10 as a base. And the reason it can do that is because the company operating, which is blue in this case, has a gate there. It does. And is in at least yellow. If blue were in green, it could skip yellow and just straight up go to green.
Yeah.
But it can't. It's in yellow. So therefore, that's going to increase by 3 for both of those companies. However, yellow has a hub there, so it's going to upgrade it twice. So in other words, you're looking at 3 for blue and 6 for yellow. There we go.
And that is why I placed the hub there, knowing that I was going to upgrade it. I now got to upgrade a second city. I can only upgrade a blue city,
Which is
which
Washington.
is a shame because I'd really like to upshade something else.
Or Denver.
I think
Denver.
Denver,
I
actually.
forgot about Denver.
I'm going to go for Denver.
Denver.
Okay.
So that's +2
+2.
for blue. Now, there is one more thing that's available. You may pay to upgrade for 1 or 2 more gates.
No,
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
I get it. So we have never
It's an
actually.
exorbiantly
it costs a lot of
expensive
money.
price.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's, I think
ridiculous.
it's like 10 or 20. I can't
I
remember.
could see a late game if you move into gray
It's-
and need to upgrade to green.
Yeah.
I could see you maybe doing
upgrade.
it. But
To upgrade, the yellow is 10, green is 20, brown is 30, and gray is 40.
It's
I'm sure there's a reason to do it. We've yet to figure it out. 'cause that
Maybe
is-
if you're in the situation where you might be going backwards, you might want to do it.
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
if you're
fair.
going to go back, let's say you're going to go back 2 gates, and you're up here, well, that's $8 per share.
That makes sense.
Might be worth it to spend,
Some.
$10 bucks if
Right.
you got 3
Okay.
shares, right?
That makes
So-
sense. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to.
We have Terrapin over on Twitch, and Megasiv, in fact, which may stream these at some point.
I'll expand. I'm going to expand green into Winnipeg and Miami.
So Miami is 6, Winnipeg is 6, so 12
Yep. 19
to 31. So green gets 1 of each,
Yep.
a gate and a share. So now, before I take an action, just want to mention this, something to think about. The shares available for next round, as it is right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shares available and 2 companies available to start. Okay? Because if companies do not hit these thresholds, more shares don't become available. So keep that in mind. Now, note, this is only a hub threshold right here, whereas at 100, it's both, and at 26, it's both, and 51 is no hub, it's just the share. All right, well, TWA is going to go ahead and fly
Makes sense.
at this point. So, first time, I believe, we're doing this as a company.
As
so,
a CEO.
As
right?
CEO. So,
Yeah.
a company has a CEO, that's me. It happens to be. So, I could just straight up take full dividends.
$2.
So,
$2
that
a
would
share.
be $2 a share or take $4. Other options, take half a dividends, increase the tech by 1. Now, it's important to note that increasing the tech, even though it's been advanced, what this means is nobody can take the research action again. But what you can do is that. So that's tempting to be ahead of the curve a little bit. So tempting. Take half dividends, increase the gates by 3. Well, this is, again, TWA, and if you look up there, there's already 3 gates. I'm okay with that, I think. Okay. Increase the gates by 3 and increase the tech by 1, but notice it does not say anything about dividends. Not a fan. Take 0 dividends and increase the gates by 6. That means all their gates. You know what? Full dividends at this level, where I'm missing out on like, what is that?
$2.
Doesn't seem important. Whereas getting ahead of everybody else currently on TAC, that seems like a good idea. So let's do that. So TWA is currently in that bucket. So that's going to be $1 a share.
Yep.
So $2 for me, 1 for Shrey. And I think Shrey appreciate or at least understands why the CEO made that decision. All right, so that is all the actions.
Yep.
So now we move into the end of turn. So in player order, so Shrey started, may purchase an action for a company in which you, I want to make sure that it's of a company you're a CEO of.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I mean, I'm almost positive, but I just want to double check. In which they qualify as CEO. You must have more stock tokens in the airline than any other single player. And it's an optional action, and you may only do 1.
Okay.
All right?
Yep. So I will. Clearly, I need Pan Am to fly since it hasn't flown yet. So we will do that. So can you flip over the?
Pan Am is
Right there.
Thankfully, it's in this range because I need. Oh, I have to pay $2 up front to do this action.
Okay, so if you again, everybody but Eastern, it's going to cost $2. Eastern, it's going to cost 4. So every other company. Okay, so you paid the $2.
$2.
And you've chosen to fly. It is currently in the $4 per share bucket. You are the CEO. Those are your options that I already went through. What would you like, sir?
So I think I might do the same that you did. I think the tech bump is important. So I will do that. I'll do half dividend, which means
$2 per share.
Yeah, $2 per share. So I need $4. So I
You really only need 2.
Right, because you paid
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
held on to it. So okay.
And Martin
And
needs
then
2.
Martin gets 2.
That's 2. That's handy.
And okay, so that was your one optional extra action. And now Martin,
We'll also pay 2 for an optional action to fly yellow.
And will you half dividends or full dividends?
I'm actually not going to take any dividends at all. I'm going to do both the stock bump and take the extra gates.
Okay.
okay,
well, not a stock bump. Gate.
3
yeah,
gates
tech
and
bump,
1
tech-
tech.
And a
bump.
tech bump.
So 3 gates.
Because I've got $6. That and I get first share, and that will allow me to buy 1
Right.
share. So I think
Right.
6 is enough for me,
I-
and this is an interesting.
I only had $7 and I need to get to 9. So
Right.
Yep. Yeah, so I can take an action as well. I will take an action to fly West Coast.
$4 a share base.
Yep.
And what action would you like to take, sir?
I like Martin's idea about fully withholding, but honestly, I think I might want the flexibility to buy 2 shares next time. So I'll take a half dividend.
Okay, and
And raise tech.
okay,
So I'm getting $4 and you're
getting
getting $2. Yep.
huh? So the $4 it would cost me, and then if I fly it, I'm only getting $2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's costing me $2 to keep the share value there.
Yeah. But it could also enable you to. It might cost you $4. You could just fully withhold and do cool stuff with the airline.
There is that. But seeing as it has a plethora of gates, bumping the tech is interesting. But what if, let me go ahead and play around with this. If I don't fly it, it drops to 7.
Yep.
And I still have $10, which allows me for sure to buy 2 shares.
Yeah.
Or likely buy 2 shares.
Oh, for sure, because you could always start a new airline at 3.
True.
Yeah.
And then it's likely to go back to 9 after the stock round next time.
Because
Someone will
I
likely.
Someone will buy.
likely buy them at 7. So that's an interesting, but losing the action. Now, here's the other idea. Do I pay the $4 to place gates? That's also just as an extra action.
Yeah.
But it still would go back, which would leave me $6. That doesn't feel like the right thing to do. So I would be at $8, which, looking at this, that wouldn't be the end of the world. That wouldn't be... No, you know what? I don't think I'm going to take the extra action.
Okay.
So it's going to slide back
Yep.
there.
Well, that doesn't happen until I think.
Well, okay, technically, hold on.
Right.
It doesn't. So I'm foregoing the extra action.
Mm-hmm.
So now, step 2 of the end of turn phase is any airline that did not fly moves the stock token back 1. So go ahead.
Okay.
Any airline that is too far behind
Yeah.
loses 1. It suffers a tech penalty. Any airline that has a gate in a city that is more than 1 box below their tech level.
Yeah.
So in other words, 1 level is white, that everything's fine. Once we get into green, though, any company that has gates that are in a green, that are in that, let me rephrase that. Let's say TWA is here. Any gate of TWAs that is in a white city, it will suffer a penalty for at this point next round. There you go. That's what, and that would drop its stock token back 1
per location.
gate. Yes.
Yeah.
But as it is, there's none. Now, in turn order can assign contract cards to the. Oh, there's that. Hold on 1 second. I forgot about that.
Oh, because that is going to push it back up. Which do you care?
Well, you can't possibly complete a contract for pink.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, of course.
Oh no! But I can get cash.
You can get $1 or $2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing that makes the difference. So you know what? Allow me a tiny mulligan because I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So instead, I will pay the $4 to fly
Yep.
there.
All right.
That fly, it's going to take just straight up full dividends,
Okay.
which is going to get me $2,
Yep.
which puts me back to 8.
Yep.
Okay, now
Yeah.
may complete contracts.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
So here, and if I can have it, I'll show folks. So what company?
This is for Pan Am. Yes.
Okay. If Pan Am has a gate in New York, Washington, and Denver. So let's look.
You were sad
New
about
York,
a New York, Washington,
Washington,
Denver setup?
Denver.
Well, no, I'm sad about the other cards.
All right. So clearly that works.
Yep.
So here's what happens with this. First off, you'll see that it's $1 mail route. So that dollar goes to Shrey. Okay. And then its share value
Pan Am
bumps up.
increases by 1. Yep.
And then this is discarded out of the game. Done. And you can do multiples
Yep.
if you have multiples, but I assume that's it.
Yeah, that is.
I
it.
don't have any.
All right. Ken, do you wish to?
I do.
Okay.
I have a mail route as well. Seattle, Washington, St. Louis.
And
green.
that checks out.
Yep. So I'll get
green
$1. Green
will
will go up by
bump up.
1. Yep.
Okay. I have a $2 route.
Yep.
Ooh.
A national route.
Yep. A national route for Nolans,
Yep.
for LA, and for Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So checks out. So orange will bump up. And I got the $2, so now I'm back to the 10
Yep.
that I was going to be otherwise. So, and that is out of the game as well.
There we go.
All right, so then move the turn cue 1 to the right. Okay, done. And if the game is not over, all players move their stock tokens from their used back over to there. And whoever has first player marker passes the duchy.
And these all these tokens flip over.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
I got
yeah.
it. I got these.
Okay, so I'll run these, you run those. There we go.
Sure.
We're golden. And a moment. All right. So now we are into a normal round. So let me run through this. If a share is bought we are going to flip that over, and it's going to get a bump. If a company is sold out at the end of a round, it will get a bump at the end. So that means if a share is bought and it's sold out, it will get 2 bumps.
Yep.
Okay. So Martin starts this round. It is your honor.
And
the available shares
Do you want to mention the rules on this?
for you cannot have more than 4 shares of a single company, and not all available stocks of one company unless bought. Hold on.
One player cannot own all the stocks of a company. Yes.
So, in other words,
So
you
you-
can't be the sole investor in a company.
Yeah, if it's sold out. Yeah.
Right. All right. So with that said, the shares available, there is a yellow, there is 2 pinks, there is 1 blue. Do me a favor, separate the hub a little bit, like raise the hub up a little. There we go. And of green. There we go. So there's 1 green, 1 blue, and then there are 2 companies that are available to start as well. All right.
And Martin has $6,
I have exactly $6.
which is enough to buy.
Anything other than that Miami overpriced airline.
I'm trying something, and we'll see if
Yep.
this is a terrible
if you
idea.
leave me the yellow, we can run a really good yellow company together. I think.
And have no CEO.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be all right.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at Yellow's position in terms
Yeah.
of tech.
Sure,
And,
okay.
well, it's not done too badly. It should be able to get into green this go, and it's got plenty of gates.
Yep.
That was, I mean, of it, my choices here. I mean, I could go really hard into yellow, but however, in a stock-based game like this, I feel you want to really be cooperating with people.
Partnership
So
matters.
if Ken wants to get into yellow,
I will.
I'm pretty happy to do that. I'm actually quite keen to get into blue.
Makes sense.
So I think I'm going to take the second blue.
The problem there is
The
that
problem is the CEO issue,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
definitely
and not having extra actions.
annoying. But
Well, wait, you do have 4 actions.
we
Yeah.
still have a fair bit about actions.
Yeah,
I
but
think
not-
we can
not a
still
fifth
get a lot
action.
done.
That's right.
I want as many actions as I can get.
Yep.
So
That's fair, but I think we'll be okay. And
I will
I think
indeed
blue's good.
buy the final CNS. Get into green. Let's run a good company together. Green
How
is
much money do you have?
green is well positioned to make a bunch of stock bumps from cards. I can tell you that.
You would remove his CEO-ship also.
Yep.
Right.
You could also buy a pink. And then.
But the problem here is
These what's
Yeah.
been
oh,
purchased.
well, hold on,
Yellow and blue.
yellow
Yellow
and
and
blue.
blue.
Yeah, I have 1 job.
That's
I
all
screwed
good.
that up. All right. So the problem with pink is if I buy that, that's the only share I buy.
Sure.
Yep.
But it will sell out.
Probably.
I mean, I hear you.
Will it?
I mean, green is the other option, absolutely.
Yeah.
I. Then there's 3 people invested in green. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm worried about. See,
If you don't buy your, so I'll let you know. If you don't buy your purple, I'm less inclined to buy purple because
well, it still
because
gets a
then
bump.
But because then it only has 2 actions.
Well, 3 because I would be willing to.
No, because you would not have enough cash to buy the second purple. If you don't buy purple,
Right.
if you don't buy purple, then me buying
Well,
purple makes no sense.
No.
Purple, do you
hold
mean
on.
Miami
Sorry,
pink?
fuchsia,
pink.
fuchsia,
Yeah,
whatever,
right.
whatever color that is.
Right. So here's my argument against that. Why I think you could buy it is I would be willing to pay to do the third action.
No, but we would be co-CEOs. Nobody would have.
That's a
the
good
problem.
point.
So then there would be no incentive for me to do it.
Shoot.
Which is fine. I would take it. I would go a different route. I would probably start a new company at that point and entice Ken to get in on it.
You wouldn't take green?
That would be the assumption he would take green.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
either
see.
taking green or taking the second Eastern.
Yeah, I mean, I see why doing Eastern is appealing, but I'm telling you, if you can give us a bunch of actions, green is going to be a good company. It may be anyway, but it'll be easier if you help out.
I actually, for some reason, actually believe him.
Both making the same mistake of believing Ken.
The fact that pink is, all right, Ken, I'll try it. So $6.
All right, for the final green, which means green was purchased.
Wow. So you put me in a situation where I don't want to buy pink because he only gets 2 actions, and it's gonna
3, because I'll pay for the other out of pocket.
No, but if I buy the pink, it's not gonna.
Oh, you're right. Same problem. Never mind.
Because you
You're
don't have
right.
enough money. So
You're right.
I got to start a new company at that point, and you both can buy in on it because
Yes.
I'll set it low.
Well, you set it at a maximum of
4.
4, yeah.
I mean, it's a little. I guess we're gonna fly these. We're not gonna spend actions on them,
Right.
and no one will be CEO of this new company, so I don't need to worry about reserving
What
money.
I could do is I could set
Set
it
it
at
high-
Set
set
it
it high.
5. You buy 1, I buy 2, and then we could kickstart it that way. We could get 4 actions out of it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I will buy into it, but
That's an interesting option.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be net.
Didn't think about.
I did not. Oh, well, I assumed you would set it at 3 or 4, but maybe I'm wrong.
Which one do I like? Red is a 6, and Kansas City is
Not great.
8.
Yeah, well, okay, it starts high.
Yeah, so let's do that one. Is it Braniff?
Graniff. So he gets 1. So
And-
Graniff is at 8.
Okay.
And then we'll start at 5.
Ugh. That hurt.
Martin,
I can't because I'm out of money.
I will spend 5 on the second Graniff share.
I elect not to.
You could start another company. I don't see why you would.
Actually,
I mean, I don't
Hold
see why
on.
you wouldn't.
yeah, because that's actually a really good
Companies
point.
make money
Yeah.
in this game,
Yeah,
so that's kind of what we figured out. Even they may not make a lot of money.
yeah.
And you know what? It is going to be 3 behind. No, that wouldn't. No.
It's a company to help your other companies, right?
Yeah. So if I were to set it at $3, nobody else can buy it. See, and that's why.
Shrey could not quite get in.
No,
there
he can't.
if he chooses to buy the third Graniff.
No, I wouldn't do that.
No. So I will start it at 3.
So this is America.
Yeah.
America.
Yes.
And it has been purchased this round.
Yep.
All right, and then I will buy the last. What is it? B or
Graniff.
G? Graniff G.
Yeah.
So purple was the only one that didn't get purchased. No, pink didn't get purchased. So.
And orange didn't
orange didn't get purchased.
because it was sold out.
Right.
Okay. So now, obviously, we don't have enough cash, so we're all passing. So now, not sold out, nor did it get purchased.
Rotates in place.
Green sold out and got it, so it gets 1, 2,
Yep.
and we'll flip over. Yellow, same thing. Blue, same thing. The turquoise is as well.
Yep.
Orange is
Sold
sold
out.
out, so gets 1. Purple is sold out, and only 1, so it will go to there. There we go.
That was interesting. I don't think we've seen a stock round quite like that.
No,
one
we
before.
have not.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right. So now, starting with Martin, here we go.
Okay, 2 airlines to focus on.
So I'm the CEO of 3 different companies. Interesting.
So
Okay.
what do I want to do? Yellow has got lots of possibilities
Oh,
in
you
terms of dates and things. I could bump yellow up. That would also allow places to
Whereas
go.
these two are not CEOs of any company. Wow.
You got any
That's
thoughts
weird.
on yellow, Ken?
Well,
TWA.
I think
has gotta
if,
use number 3 to fly.
I mean, I have some sites where that could help us get a stock bump, but it would be a lot of work this round.
Okay.
I mean, LA is a good long-term investment. Already has a gate there as well. I think an early move into yellow is really well positioned because it's only in one white city right now.
Correct.
So if you move tech up, I could move Chicago immediately to green,
Right.
right? We could do Chicago and LA to green, actually, which would make it, both of them pay pretty well, I think.
Which airline would do that?
Well, no, I mean, eventually.
Eventually,
Over
yeah.
the course of 4 actions,
Yeah.
right? So, which would make them both pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm comfortable taking tech up.
Okay.
So I'm going to take tech up for yellow.
Yep. All right, so stock goes up 1.
I don't like that.
Okay, so now yellow is at risk for losing a stock value if this is not upgraded by
That's right.
or that gate still is located in a white city.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your yellow action.
Just yellow.
All right,
Yep.
Ken.
So I will place gates for yellow. And
Well,
let's-
I have
you have ideas about where
ideas
where you should
that
go.
will improve
Okay.
yellow stock price. if
Okay,
that's,
talk to me. I'm willing to hear that.
So that would be Buenos Aires
Okay.
and Minneapolis.
That's tasty.
So
and then
it's
would
in
require
green.
us to upgrade those two.
That
Okay.
is 11.
16.
11 is 51, and then so 16 total.
Yep.
So to 56,
Yep.
and it gets one
Another
more share.
And that's
Yellow.
important because it will mean that will allow it to go up in stock at the next stock round.
Yeah.
Because making a share available is important for a stock bump.
Yes.
So it's good to have it go up like that.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So that was my
yellow.
action. Yeah.
Okay.
And likewise, moving green up is going to have the same effect. Green's a little trickier because we're in 4 white cities right now. But moving them straight from white to green is going to bump our stock price a lot. Because we can skip over. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And of course, you're in Seattle with orange, so that would help you out doubly.
So you're
Move it
saying
up there.
upgrading?
If you upgrade the tech, it just opens up our options, I think.
I'm trying to figure out what. Like my biggest concern right now is Easter Air. That is
Yeah.
my number one.
Well, we can wait until later for
Yeah.
green. That's fine. We just need to pay
Sure.
attention to it at
Yeah,
some
yeah,
point.
yeah, right.
The later we wait, obviously, the less juicy.
Understood.
the rounds are.
Understood.
But
So East Air, if I were to place 2 gates, I can place in yellow cities currently because it is available to do that. It needs to get up here.
yep.
So
So you got a 9.
all right, so let me look at this. Okay, those are junk.
Yeah, you've got it. You've got enough to get it across the line.
Oh yeah, they're easy.
Toronto
Like,
and Boston will get you there.
question is, you know what? I'm definitely good with Toronto. Let's do that. So that'll be, well, here. This is happening. So that's
Okay.
going to be to
9.
18.
Yep.
And now the question is, do I want to go somewhere that is also going to get, like, I could do New York,
Yeah.
which is an obvious 10 right now. I feel like I could do Chicago
Okay.
because it's likely that
Yeah.
some of the yellow investors are going to upgrade Chicago. And the fact that Chicago's already in green, it'll skip yellow and go straight to green. That would be a 12 bump. At least that's the rationale.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. So let's go ahead and throw one down into Chi-Town. And it's 7 right now, which isn't enough. But by the time it flies, when I purchase it,
You're hoping it will trigger.
it
Yeah.
should
Seems
trigger.
reasonable.
So
Yep.
there, done.
Okay, so
And the last thing, and if for some reason that gate moves, it gets a +3 and and it's okay either way.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
go ahead.
So the fact that you did that might change what I do. I might not feel the need to do what I think I need to do now. So instead, I might just tack up blue. No, you know what? I will do what I'm going to do now. So purple, 2 gates.
Okay.
1 in Toronto.
6.
And by that same logic, I could say Chicago. Chicago upgrades to a 10.
to a 12.
To a 12,
Because-
yeah. Let's do Chicago.
So at 7
Yeah.
right now to 35, and these come out
Okay.
for purple.
That's still
Okay.
visible.
Yeah,
in the camera?
perfect. Perfect.
Okay. All right.
All right. Martin.
Well, at some point I've got to think about what we've tried to do with blue, but right now it's an obvious move, I think, for yellow, which is to tech up in Chicago and Minneapolis.
Oh, hey, wow. Weird.
Okay.
So it's in green.
Yep.
So Minneapolis and what else?
Chicago.
And Chicago. So those are going straight to green.
Yep.
So Minneapolis. So each of those will get 5. Purple
All right, so
and yellow will get
gains
+5.
Yellow gains 5. Yep.
And then yellow will gain 5, pink will gain 5, and purple will gain 5.
Yep.
There we go. And purple just crossed that I'm sorry, pink just crossed that threshold. Nothing else did, correct?
That's right. Yep.
More pink shares to offer the world. Expensive pink shares to offer the world.
We'll see if this is going to
Yeah.
work out. I
I
don't
mean-
know, but all right. So, Ken, how
Okay.
many of y'all have heard of this before tonight?
Well, that's a flying token,
Yep. But no rush.
and there's no rush. That's right. So I could tech Granif, which will put Shrey in the position to do good things.
Yep.
So I think that's probably what I want to do. And
Okay.
that bumps the stock on Granif up. Hopefully you'll have $4.
We did bump the stock when we did this, right?
Pretty sure we did,
Because it
yeah.
started, yeah.
Yep. Hopefully you have the $4 by the end of the round to take that fly action with Granif if necessary.
There will be flying for companies that are going to pay dividends, so right, that'll
Yeah.
happen. Because there are plenty of gates out there, so it's not going to do the 6 gate or the 3 gate 1 tech thing.
Yeah.
So if there's no rush on that, okay. What do we do here? All right, so TWA has 3 actions between myself and Shrey, one of which is going to be to fly. In a perfect world, we would tech up. So if Shrey were to tech up with TWA, it would allow me to upgrade cities. So I'll tell you what. Can you do that? Can you tech up right now with TWA?
I would operate green instead first. I can do that next turn.
That's why
Do green first.
Is there a reason not to operate green? Help me talk me through
No,
this.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Yeah.
So there and
green bump, stock bump. And while you're there, you might as well do blue, light blue, since I'm going to tech up
okay.
Pan Am.
Okay. Martin?
I've teched up Pan Am.
Yes.
Okay. So what thoughts have you on blue possibilities? Obviously, you're looking to upgrade. We're going to have to upgrade Washington at some.
That'll have to
some
happen.
point.
I'm thinking long term, there are cities we want to get into for cards. If you wanted to put a couple of gates out, I think that'd be good. I don't know if you have cards you plan on using for blue, but I preferred cities if that's the direction you go.
I have a card I could use the blue, but it's become a bit less attractive because one of the slots was Chicago, and obviously that's
Right.
not the greatest Chicago. And the other one is a white city, which would be okay, I guess, because we could take it up.
I'm not sure.
Because we've got
I'm not sure I'm
two-
going to get a blue card done this turn, so it would be for the next turn.
Okay, so this turn, I mean, I could go into Chicago and a white city
Or you could go into like
and take up.
Rio.
Or we could do something like going into a higher end city like Rio
Yes.
and ignore the stock bump that we'd get from the other possibility, I guess. Yeah. And of course, if we do go in, put gates out, that means it's going to pay half
It'll
shares
be
and
one gate.
take 3 gates.
Yeah, so half dividends, which
Is
is
that a factor for you, or
half dividends is fine.
half dividends
yeah.
is fine? You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So so Rio is where you fancy?
Rio is a preference. I have other preferences, but if
No, Rio could be plausible for me as
Right.
well. I don't. In which case, I don't know about the Chicago option, but the Chicago option is still it's -3, but it's still 9.
yeah, I don't mind that.
So it may not be bad, and it fills up Chicago, which may not be a bad thing. Okay, so let's do a
Rio.
blue action going to Rio
12
and
and
Chicago.
another for 9.
12 is 31 to 43, and then 9 more is 52.
And that gets us over the line of bringing up another share for next go.
And better payout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out that these income values never go down.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a one-way trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of us will have to upgrade, and the other one will have to fly
Yes.
with blue. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, well, I guess we could fly first, but either way.
There's no reason to necessarily have to fly then upgrade
Yeah.
because we're not going to get all the way over into the next band now that we're in the silver band.
Oh, by the way, that marker for American Airlines needs to be on 6.
Yes.
Good point.
Okay, thank you.
So
Upgrades?
upgrades.
Yep.
I think DC and Miami make sense.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably.
So that's 4.
Oh, that saves us the need to upgrade.
So that's 4 for blue and 4 for green.
Yep.
4 for green, 4 for blue.
Yep.
And then that is going to
4
be
for pink.
and 4
for
for
green.
green.
Yep.
Okay.
So I am planning to relocate the St. Louis. So don't worry about that one. You could upgrade Seattle.
That is a valid option.
You could also potentially upgrade it later with orange.
Also valid. Also definitely.
And if you're going to do that, there's a nice hub right here.
for green.
Yes. Which would get us probably into gray. Oh crap. We can't do it that way because then we won't be able to fly.
Correct.
Yeah, one of you needs to upgrade the city. Or
Or
move,
two
or
cities.
move St. Louis and
Or upgrade 2 cities and that's
Yeah.
a fly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that is 4, 8. 8 is 47. That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Okay, so hold on. The other option is you can only relocate 1? Or
You can only relocate one. Right. But you could always do this one with orange. If you relocate this to Santiago, and then later upgrade that to orange, we'll get another stock bump this turn.
Do you need that to stay in Seattle? The green?
It's probably not a bad idea for it
Yeah.
to stay in Seattle.
And honestly,
Just
I
asking.
think I'd go Mexico City. Then instead of Santiago.
Well, not if you want a stock bump.
Okay. That's right.
So it's only two income difference, which is not very much actually, but
And I assume you're going to do TWA, get the tech bump this turn. If not, we're going to be hurting. You need to do it.
Well, so I can do it. I just want to ask, what difference does it make if you do it versus I do it? It doesn't. It doesn't make a difference. Like you could do it now, and I could do whatever gates that thing that's out there, right?
Well, the timing of everything for me.
Yes, I acknowledge.
And I think I'm in a worse position right now. Share value wise and everything. And then, yeah, I think this is what I have to do. So I'll move that down. That's going from 6 to 11 is 5.
done.
Wow. Okay.
I really, really could use that.
It's so sad because I have other plans, but fine, I'll do it. I'll do it just
Thank
to be
you.
nice. I'll do
Thank
it
you. Thank you.
just because you asked nicely.
Thank you. And
I'm not sure he asked nicely, actually.
I don't think you did ask very nicely.
Pretty please. Thank you. All right.
Okay, so that leaves me. Well, I think you're okay with flying blue if I do the necessary upgrades.
Oh, you totally could, Spot.
I would actually be fine if you wanted to put a couple of gates.
Oh, sorry, not
there's only-
upgrades.
there's only
I was
one-
going to think of. I was putting a hub. Going to put a hub down.
Oh, there's only one gate left. That's sad.
I was going to put a hub down.
In Chicago?
Either
Or
Chicago or DC.
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
to put gates out because so or DC or where's Chicago? Yeah, Chicago probably.
Now, do we get the -3?
No,
no,
it's only base value for the
Okay.
hub.
It's 12. Yeah, so that'd be good.
So that'd be nice. Another 12. Yeah, might as well take that. I think.
And then I'll fly
12
next.
is 68.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And that was Pan
One
Am.
second. Yep.
Okay. So your green is flying.
Yes. Well, so
Why?
if you're going to upgrade with orange,
Yeah, just
I
wait.
might as well wait,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to I'll fly yellow.
All right. So yellow is flying.
Yep.
Yellow does not have a CEO. Yellow has 4 gates available. It is not 3 behind, so it just takes full dividends for yellow. And yellow is currently in gray, which is there, so $6 a share.
That sounds
12 each.
That sounds okay.
I think we did well there.
Yep.
Interesting. I wonder, like, the fact that it's not getting anything into, any gates or tech bump out of that, whether that'll hurt it.
Yeah, that I don't know. But I mean, I didn't take any. I did a 0 thing last time
Yeah.
to get both of them in. So
Right. Okay. So this is
partly
kind of,
feeling that I'd rather take it early than late, which was a risky move because it meant I was short of cash for the stock round. But
Yeah.
I feel it's may pay off.
All right. TWA
Okay.
is going to upgrade 2 cities,
Okay.
and it's in green now.
Yep.
So it's going to upgrade Seattle
Clearly.
and LA.
LA. So to green.
Yes.
So it is 6 to 12. So 6 for that and 4 to 8. So 4.
So I did Seattle first. So I've done those 2, and then it gets 6 for this
For orange
to 31, which means it gets a hub and a share.
and a share. Yep. There we go.
All right. I think I don't need to fly. I don't need to rush on flying Pan Am because that's all that's going to happen with it. So I will
Yep.
work on Granif. Granif will put out a couple of gates. Yeah, it's got 5 gates. I'll put out a couple of gates. How about the reasonable places, Minneapolis and Washington?
10, 21, 29. So add a hub and a gate for Granif.
Shoot.
Or sorry, a hub and a share is what
Yeah.
I meant to say.
Oh, sorry. Rather than Minneapolis,
Mm-hmm.
let's put it in New York.
Okay.
Same value.
Yep.
But
Sure.
happens to be with my Pan Am.
Mm-hmm.
They're friends.
Martin?
One action left and with purple. Purple's not an airline that any of us are particularly excited by.
I mean, it's got a good value.
Its value is not bad.
If you can get it over the line, then Ken can fly it, and it'll pay out a bit more.
It just needs 6.
Need 6.
It will fully withhold if you do that. However, oh no, you could put the hub out.
Yeah, you can put the hub out.
Yeah,
Yes.
that might not be a bad idea. Put the hub out.
So
Minneapolis is...
or Montreal or Toronto.
Yeah.
Really, any of those would be fine. Toronto's got the
Toronto,
best
I think.
eventual value.
I think I'll take Toronto.
So that's 6. 45 to 51 hits it on the nose.
Excellent.
Okay, let's go ahead and fly West Coast now.
All right. So, does not have CEO.
Yep.
Currently has 1 gate.
Yep.
So
It's gonna choose
increase by
half.
3 gates and take half dividends.
Yep.
And green is currently in the second, so that's $2 a share. So I get $4.
Yep. I also get $4.
So that's at a nickel. This is bad.
Just gonna pop out for a moment.
Share value's gonna be good though. Going up again this round.
Oh, I did purple action. I should have
Yes.
registered.
American Airlines is going to fly.
Makes sense. It's not a CEO action you want to be taking in the
No,
bonus
not so
rounds?
much. So I don't need to increase its gates. I would like to increase its tech.
Yep.
So that will go up there, and half share. It's $1 a share. Done.
Very nice.
So Granif will fly. Actually, I hadn't thought of what I was going to do with this Granif stock. I can pay to fly it. Do I want to pay to fly it for $4?
Or let it fall back.
So yeah, right. So Pan Am is paying half dividend when I fly it, right? Yeah, which will be, which is in the this range. So it's 6 a share. So it's 3. So it'll be I get $6 out of it, which is not that much. I don't know if I can get Granif to the next level. Would require, it's a 27, I have to get to 51, which is 24, right?
That's a hike.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, clearly.
I can see 22.
You can see 22.
Yeah, Minneapolis and Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, you're right, wow. Yeah, and
Oh
also,
wait. Mexico City and LA is 25.
It's not, it's
not in green.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would
Right.
be. So I think I might just fly it so that I don't have to pay the $4. I don't want to be short. I don't want to miss out on buying a stock. I'm afraid of that scenario. So let's fly Granif.
Okay.
And Granif is there. Okay.
Yep. It's $4 a share.
Yep.
As a Granite shareholder, I think half shares and advancing tech is probably not a terrible idea.
I think yeah, we'll do that. So half is so I get $4.
And I-
Welcome, Teal Splash.
I get $4, please.
4.
Yeah.
Give me a buck. Okay. Martin chooses to pass.
Indeed, I do.
Ken?
I guess I'm flying purple.
Yep. It's got 1 gate
So it's paying half,
and getting 3 gates.
getting 3 gates.
And it's in that gray range. It's
Three
$3
per share?
3
Yeah, so
per share.
the 3 of us get $3.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Very well, if you must.
I must.
That's frustrating. So,
So Spot asked about playing tight lift.
Yeah.
That's what we did our first time out. It's a better game with negotiation, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard on the first game, though, because you're not really sure what you're negotiating about. I feel
Right.
much more comfortable that I've got a sense of what to talk
Yeah.
about this time.
so orange likely is going backwards.
No, you're not going to fly it?
I am going to fly it, but the problem is,
Oh, shoot.
yep.
Well, you could. Is you not willing to pay? The
No, because
$2.
I have to pay potentially $4 to fly Eastern.
Do you? That's a decision. Eastern has. That's the only share. It's not getting much help. TGA is getting some help, and it's got another stock out there that will get bought.
That is true. So maybe. So orange is in green, right? Okay.
Yeah, you could move and upgrade something that you want upgraded later.
Yeah. Or I could just. Yeah. So in a perfect world. Because if you move one, it's just one.
Yeah, it's move and upgrade. So you could like move this over here, and it would go from 8 to 11, 8 to 11.
Oh, that's actually a fair point, and that helps my other red, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Unless New Orleans is important.
It is not anymore. You know what? That's actually a fair idea. So we will go ahead and move that over. So that's technically a drop of 1, but a plus of 7. So net from 8 to 11 is plus 3 for orange and 5 for red.
7 more for red. This is going from 4 to 11.
6 to 11. Because it's got the
5.
bonus.
It's going from 6 to 13.
Oh, you're right. No,
Oh,
you're
right,
right. So it's
right.
7.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. That works out.
All right.
And then this will fly, clearly.
Okay. So Pan Air flying.
Yep. And it's got 1 gate, so it means it's getting 3 gates.
And paying half.
And paying half,
So
which
you guys are getting
is-
6 each.
Yeah, 6 each. Gonna get 6, please.
Yeah. I am in a world of hurt.
Thank you.
Jeez. So bad. Okay. We're done, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. End of round stuff. So, are you buying any additional actions, Martin?
Martin cannot, I think.
I can't. Because I'm not
Neither can
CEO
Ken.
of anybody.
Nor can Ken, because he's not CEO.
Correct.
All right. I'll pay the $2.
Flying.
Orange.
Yeah.
So TWA. And it's currently making $4 a share. Pay it. So
Paying the full
it's-
amount. You are in a
10.
position where
Yeah.
you could jump on the tech track.
I can.
$5, rather.
But I need the cash. I'm too far behind on that,
Okay.
so I need the cash.
Yep.
Yep.
Shrey.
And I could operate Granif, but I don't. Now that I have this much money, I'm honestly not sure what the right call is here, because I kind of wish I figured out how much money I was going to have at the end of the round, and because $4 at this point, like that's just I have 15 left over, which is enough for shares. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shares out there.
Yep.
And it's probably getting 1 or 2 depending on what is out there and what is available. And
if you you can't. Never mind. It's already been bumped. Never
yeah, I
mind.
can't.
Yeah.
I think I might regret that. So I might do Granif anyway, just to get. So I could put out a hub, which would be in Washington, or I could put out 2 more gates. Would have to worry about tech, and I don't.
And remember, you're in yellow.
Yeah.
With Granif.
I kind of want this for. You know what? No, I'm in the majority on this. So yeah, let's do this. I will pay the 4. This is maybe inefficient, but whatever. And we will take 2 gates and put them in New Orleans for 8 and Atlanta for 5. So 13.
39, 43. No,
42.
there we go.
All right. So that is all the extra action purchasing. What's the rest of the end of round stuff?
All right, so
Yeah, the company-
anything that did not fly. Any tech penalties, nobody is not more than 3 steps. And assign contracts, starting with Martin.
Okay, so
And then everybody can move their
Buenos
stocks.
Aires, Minneapolis, and Montreal, the southern route. So I get $3 for that, and yellow goes up a notch for it. So I get $3.
$3 coming your way.
I
So
think,
Buenos Aires, Minneapolis,
yeah, it's the only one I've got.
and Montreal. Check that out.
Likewise for green, southern route. Got Winnipeg, Miami,
Santiago.
Santiago,
So you get $3, and
above
green gets a bump.
Yep.
Do not believe I have any. I elect not to. Okay.
I will do Montreal, Canadian route, Montreal, Minneapolis, Toronto for purple.
Oh, okay.
I know, like I'm helping purple, which is it's unfortunate, but it is what's out there.
Toronto, Montreal,
And
and
then
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
So $2.
$2 and purple up.
Purple, yeah, we moved it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Contract's done.
And to be clear,
Round
you can play
3.
as many as you can.
You can.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
If
okay.
you want.
Yeah.
Pass the first player marker.
Yeah.
Go for it. And flip everything over.
Okay.
All right, so a moment. Let me fix this. And then for shares, that's where we're at. Now, note that green has none.
Yep.
Yeah, green's the only one that cannot
Right.
Okay.
Not getting bought this time. But it is
Nope.
going up because it's sold out.
because it's sold out.
Yep. Ah,
Yeah, decisions here.
right. I actually,
And a reminder, 7 actions.
yeah.
Okay.
Right. Do you want to be CEO of Yellow?
Yep, that is the hard call, I think. Right, Yellow is doing very well as a company. It's got a hub in New York, which is great. So being CEO of Yellow would be nice. On the other hand, I really liked being equally staked with Martin last time. I think the company did extremely well because of that. And I have a feeling if I let it go round, it probably won't be there when it gets to Martin. So, because I think it's probably the best company. I would buy it if I weren't me, for sure.
It's a sales pitch.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, blue is the other temptation, right? Like those are my choices, basically. I think.
And Blue has co-CEOs right now, or yeah,
Blue has co-CEO.
no CEO, whatever you want to call it.
Which means I feel like it's likely to continue to do well.
Yeah.
Not having a CEO seems to be an advantage in this game.
And the blue is a little bit cheaper, which will leave me some more wiggle room later. So I think I will purchase blue.
Brutal. That was.
Which is really bad for Edward because he's $1 short of getting into yellow.
Yep.
Or green.
Blue is also purchased.
That was not the answer that Edward was looking for.
No, it was not. I can only buy 1 share this round. Can't buy the yellow. Green sold out, and blue is sold out now. So the question is, what do I mean, the other TWA is tempting, but it feels like it's floundering a bit. Yeah, I really don't know what the right answer is. Getting a second action for Eastern feels good, but it's not going to sell out. And if you pass in this game, you're out. So I can't pass to stall.
Right.
Yeah, you could buy 2 if you buy red and purple, I think. Yeah. But you could buy actually orange, pink, red, or is it?
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Even if you buy orange red.
Yeah, orange,
Or
red, pink, red.
Right. No, that's a good point. And then that means, but the problem is I can only take 7 actions. And I'm at 6 shares, which means one of the ones I buy is wasted. Or
Action.
one of the actions is going to be wasted. And the problem is green's doing very well,
Yeah.
but all my others are lacking. So what's the right answer? I don't know. But I'm hoping that Shrey's gonna buy into yellow.
It's
I
so
guess.
it feels like that's the right call, but I just don't like it. I don't want to buy yellow, but it feels like it's the right
But that's
move.
your only share then this turn.
That is the other option, yeah. The other issue.
Oh God. Purple makes no sense.
No, I don't think purple is a good idea for you.
So you know what? Let me go ahead and buy the TGA for 7.
It sells it out, which is good.
So that bumps it up to 11. So I make money straight off the top with that. So done. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but we'll figure it out.
So what does Martin want?
We had this conversation about which companies are the best, Shrey.
I know.
You're-
And
you
so
know- you know I'm
yellow,
right.
Yellow is very juicy.
yellow is the obvious one, right? So the question is, if I do that, what is Martin going to buy? And
Maybe purple?
And what would you buy? So Ken, would you, if Granif is left to you, are you going to buy Granif?
Do you want me to?
I think I would like to make it good.
Okay. I'm in a position where I'm starting to sort of run up against, like, I'm probably not going to be able to use my Pan Am. Right?
It'd be nice if you would, but I understand.
Of course, right? Like, but sure. I mean, I can. Granite's not that expensive. I can get it.
All right, I will buy the yellow. It's 13.
It's the right call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Unfortunately, though, I would really like to have got it because it's a juicy thing, and we will continue to do well. Well, I go for the Braniff then, under
Okay.
those circumstances,
Okay.
So Granif is
9.
there. Okay.
Because I think Shrey is reasonably motivated to do good things with it. So
Yeah.
I'm more confident about
But
that.
remember, like, it will need help.
Yeah, well, I can give it a little bit of help.
Yeah, actually, you have room in your.
I have room in
Move
my
the
operating.
American Airlines closer to the gates, will you?
I see.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So either American, you're gonna buy American.
He has enough for American. Yes.
You can buy American.
I will, if you buy it, I will sell it out.
I might buy it, but this round I'm gonna buy purple. I might buy the other one. So
Well, yeah, I will certainly buy the American.
yeah.
And I mean, there's a good chance that one of those is not being used.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have to because of the position I'm in.
I do not have enough money to buy a stock, so I pass.
Okay, Martin.
Well, none of the Northwest could get in. That would mean
For what-
no CEO, but that seems to be working well in this game.
Eastern
so, yeah.
Eastern would have no CEO as well.
That's true, but it's Eastern. So yeah, I will take the Northwest.
All right, so it's already got a flip on the old purchase marker. I can afford an Eastern, but that doesn't seem right.
Listen, if all the money you've got left and all you've got is Eastern, do you buy Eastern? That's
Well, but he has
tricky thing to decide.
He is American, so
Yeah.
American is more reasonable with three potential actions.
Yeah.
Compared to two.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and buy out.
Which also sells it out.
Yes, that's right.
I pass.
Pass.
You've already,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that leaves me with I could afford to grab a share of Eastern.
And here's the thing: you don't have to take the action of Granif, and you could do that with Eastern. That literally doubles its actions. One of us flies, and the other puts out gates.
What now?
I'm just telling him because CEO. There would be no CEO.
Oh, right. I see.
That's true. Which means we'll only do half, and it's stuck at a very low level of technology.
Well, it'll drag on the coattails. So it'll pay half dividends and increase the tech automatically. So placing gates.
Would it increase the tech automatically? I guess if somebody goes up, it would.
No,
would
it will
They'll
not.
throw us behind.
Someone needs to get to here, which is possible. It's possible for someone to get
it's
to there.
here, right? It's 3 behind.
Oh yeah,
Three.
3 behind. Yeah. It's not.
So
It's not.
However, if you place gates, it will only have one gate, so it'll actually add gates and pay half. But placing gates potentially gets it up to here, which is $3 a share.
But a hub would also no, a hub was not going to reach that far, is it? You have to be gates to get up to that kind of level.
However,
can it even reach that?
Hold on, it's at pink. So it is currently in Miami, Chicago, and Toronto. You could place a gate and upgrade, or
Can't do any upgrading really, because I suppose they're in a white city.
which would get it +8.
I'm inclined to let Pink just wither. I don't think Pink's going anywhere.
I mean, it's only going to go up.
I don't know. If it doesn't fly, it'll be going down.
It's going to fly.
And I haven't got the actions to do much with it. I mean, part of me feels like
You do the action with that instead of Granif.
no, but I don't mind being in with Granif, and Granif is doing things. I'm gonna sit it out.
All right.
So you make $2 off the top if you buy it. You straight up just make $2 if you buy it.
I guess that's true, and if it does go backwards for not flying,
But if you use it, it will fly.
I'm not sure I'm even going to use the action though. That's the thing.
But it's break even then, even if it were to go backwards.
No, I'm gonna hold out.
Unbelievable.
I'm not gonna do it.
He hates money.
I think it'll be good for it'll be better for the next round.
All right. So yellow goes up 2.
Yep.
Flips. Green goes up 1. Blue goes up 2. Everything but Eastern sold out. So 2, 2,
2,
and 2. Oof. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to change the status quo. All right. All right, Ken.
Okay. Well, there are not very many good hub spots left. Particularly because we're not very likely to get to gray.
I don't think we're getting up to the grey level. We might get up to the russet level.
So I better go ahead and grab the best possible hub for West Coast at this point, which is Washington.
So green goes up 11.
11 to 59. And that's green action used. And that offers a green share. Which, hey, you'll have the opportunity to buy next time first.
Yeah, it'll be 15, right? I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
What is the right answer? Okay.
Yeah. This is.
So, all right. Orange is placing gates. I need 2 orange gates, please.
Where would you like them?
One into one into Mexico City.
For 13.
13, which is 47.
And then you need 4 more somewhere.
And I think it's worth it even at the -3,
8.
which is 8, which is 55.
Offers a share.
And
All right.
then there's
Blue is placing gates. Pan Am is placing gates. 2 gates, please.
for
Light blue. Atlanta, New Orleans. 8
3.
goes up 8.
And
You've
5.
got cards for both of those cities.
I've got cards that are
76
relevant.
is on the nose.
Cards that
a
are
hub
relevant.
goes up.
Offers a hub. Yep.
Hmm.
That's what I should have done. Oh well, I couldn't have known that. No, that's all right. All right, Martin, what airline?
What airline? Good question, as well as what to do. I mean, well, yellow's got a lot of gates, so I think it might as well
So
use
yeah.
them.
So if you pop enough gates to get us to the next area, we'll get a hub, which I could then place.
Pop enough gates to get into the next.
Yeah. So
Oh,
up
right.
to up to at least 10.
Okay. Well, 10's easy to reach.
Certainly
Have
is.
you got any places where you've got cards you could actually do some damage with any of these?
Yes.
Low numbers.
They're not what I would call exciting destinations right now. Vancouver is
Okay.
is a place.
It is a place.
It is a place.
LA actually,
Which is
a good
Gypsy.
place.
Yeah.
It is the best place available. on the
LA
board.
is pretty nice. So yeah, that's 12.
278.
So that definitely pops us in. But we need to get all the way up to 100 if we can to get the next stock thing out.
Yep.
So I'm inclined, rather than Vancouver, to push to a higher number, which would be Mexico City at the moment, or Miami.
Yeah.
Is there any other numbers that are as good? I
Yeah.
don't think
Mexico
so.
City I prefer over Miami because it's a better brown.
Right. We do have a hub though. Well, we can hub into LA.
I'll hub into LA,
So
that's
that's settled. So Mexico City is another 10.
Yep.
Okay. And that was yellow.
That's
And I
my
will
yellow action.
spend the yellow hub that just became available to hub Los Angeles.
Yep. That hurt.
That's 12.
That's 100. And that's it for yellow.
That's the important extra
Stock
share.
bump.
And a stock bump, yeah.
Yep.
Do me a favor, swap TWAs, the 2.
Oh yes. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, yellow is not cheap.
No.
No. It's one of the reasons I held on to my money.
Yeah. Yep.
So red cannot place into green, correct? Or can place into green, right?
It can place into Canada or America.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just can't go to South America.
All right, Americans coming out. I need 2 gates. Let me figure this out. It's probably LA. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. So that'll be 12 to 25. And the second one, that makes sense to do that, right? Oh, I could do that. Yeah. That works. Okay. It's so bad. Already in Dallas. I think it's kind of a pipe dream for anything else there. I feel like both of them are. It seems crappy now, but it bumps it up to 7. I think that's the right call. Minneapolis isn't terrible. That's 10. But this is going to gum up. Yeah, it's only 7, isn't it? Yeah. The other idea is Boston. And it being in yellow isn't going to hurt it. But no one is there is the problem. So we'll just go to Minneapolis for 10. Done. And yeah, I already threw it out.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool. All right.
Because I
And
knew I was placed in a second. So.
we will run Granite, and it needs to tech up.
All right.
So as a share for teal,
Yep.
or a stock jump, as it were. Okay.
So, I've got the yellow up to where it wants to be.
So what do y'all think? Because a lot of y'all had either like heard of it or seen it, either on John's channel or WBC or whatnot.
So, what are your thoughts about blue, Shrey?
Can go to hell. Oh, sorry, Shrey. I missed that. All right.
It's got 2 gates. It's got a hub. It's going to be challenged to get to 100, but it's possible to get to 100. I think. It needs, was it 24? 24 is doable. With
Doable,
with 2 gates,
especially with upgrades flying in.
But with no gates left, it's going to take. It's not going to pay out. So that's the problem. I would like it to pay out. So,
Yes, so would I.
So we can't put both gates out.
Okay.
So that
We've
means
got
we
a
can't-
hub,
we can't
and
get
we've
you-
got
Yeah.
got upgrade possibilities, as well as potentially just moving it.
I think
Moving spots.
I think we clearly did fly it. So I think we fly it before we put the hubs out. I think is the thing to do.
And you're gonna go half to raise tech. Is that what you're saying?
Well, nobody's CEO, so
Oh.
it would do
Full dividends.
it would do full dividends.
I see.
In the current scenario, if we fly before we put the gates out, it'll do full dividends.
And we're already at a.
Yeah, so flying now is actually is a thing we could do.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Can we hit the 100 mark without having to do anything? I mean, how far are we going to get? 24, you say?
Yeah, and there's gates that it can do probably.
24. I'm just saying
Yeah,
if we
I see-
upgraded in New Orleans, and that's not going to be enough. 'cause
No,
it's
but
5
it'll get some, and then it can put a couple of gates out, right? There's
Yeah, but we don't want to put the gates out until after it's flying.
right. So it needs to fly first. We're
So,
not going to get it to 100 before it flies if we want it to pay. So
Okay, I'm inclined to fly it then.
yeah.
Get the flying done. With blue.
So you guys are paying full?
Well, no, the airline pays full.
Yes, we don't have a choice in the matter.
Yes.
All right.
So I need what is it? 8.
16 probably, right?
So it's 8 a share, so I need 16. Yeah.
Yep, same here.
Thank you.
All right, Ken.
Well, I think Granif should probably upgrade some gates
Um,
since it doesn't want to fall backwards.
well,
What was that?
I was thinking about doing something else. If you're talking about this situation, I can handle that a different way. Unless...
Well, you handle that, but you still got Kansas City to worry about.
Right, I forgot about Kansas City. That is a problem. So
And New Orleans and Atlanta.
So I'm going to
Yeah.
upgrade Gates, and I'm going to upgrade New York and Kansas City.
all right, that's fine. That's acceptable.
So that went from 10 to 12. So that's 4 for yellow.
Yep.
And
Purely by accident. Yellow went up to the next.
What a shame! Terrible.
then each of those go up 2. So that's 2 and 2.
and then
and
Kansas
then-
City is...
And then Granite goes up 4. So 48. So now very close to. If somehow
it's getting there.
those other 2 gates were upgraded.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going to happen.
That. Oh boy. So bad. One of that will be there. I had it in my head. What was it? Oh, right. Orange is going to place its last gate into into Vegas and upgrade Vegas.
Okay.
So that's going to be a whopping 7
Big 7.
to a 62. Done.
All right, so a question for that side of the table. You have shares that you don't have to play, right?
There will be 1 share, or 2 shares. I will not be able to
Wow.
play.
And Martin, you are exact 7. No, you have 1 you don't play. Is that right?
No, Martin's got. Martin's
Oh, no,
got
you're
all-
good. So
he's
you-
got
I'm
everything
good. I've got all
of
mine.
this. Yeah. If you're thinking about something to do with yellow, a tech upgrade would be great.
Well, I'm thinking about Martin.
Yeah.
Would you tech upgrade blue if I tech upgrade yellow?
I
I don't mean like right now. I mean in
No, I
this
mean,
in
at
this
some
turn.
point.
In this turn.
Yes, I could tech upgrade blue, and yes, I'll be happy to accept a tech upgrade for yellow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then, in that case, I will use blue to upgrade New Orleans and Atlanta.
Aha!
So New Orleans is going up 5. So light blue and other blue are going up 5 each, and then Atlanta is going up 4. So
So this one gets a share.
Yeah.
Granite gets a share.
Drop the hub down a little.
Okay, so we're no rush to
Same with the,
to do the
yeah,
upgrade
no.
on blue.
no, it's something.
So I'm looking at yellow. I'm thinking if you fly yellow, Ken, I might actually move this. It's on 10.
Well,
Can't do it.
man.
Right, because the
Now.
10 value currently mean you can't move it like to Rio, for instance.
No,
because
well,
that
I've got
would
somewhere
be
else, but it's a
But
white
same
city and
idea.
it would upgrade, but it's not enough to get it up to
10.
10. And I can't see anything else I can move from yellow that would do that.
Phoenix
It's
and
annoying.
San Diego both go to green.
Oh, actually, no, it will work. I can do it because San Diego is where I need to take it.
That puts it at 11.
That puts it in 11.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
And that will help get us a stop.
+1 for yellow.
+1 for yellow. And then, which this is the first time this is happening, Montreal.
Oh.
Oh,
Plus
right.
3 for
So
purple.
+3 for purple because it slides over.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you get the? Oh yes, because it was a small bump.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that sets it up for a stock bump. So I think it'll be worth it.
Okay. And that was your. What company was that?
That was
That
yellow.
was yellow.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're saying you want me to fly it now?
It doesn't have to be flown now, but it just has to be flown.
Are you going to
At
tech
some
bump
point soon.
yellow, Shrek?
Yes, I said I would.
Oh,
so
that's
I will.
true.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's not going to make a difference for the flying, though.
No, it won't. Yeah, I was just asking. So, Yeah. So yellow will fly.
All right.
So it has 2 gates.
Yep.
So it
Pay up full.
full. Yeah, pay full.
Yep.
And does it? It doesn't. Oh, it does have gates available, I guess.
And it is
10 a share.
10 a share.
I got 10.
Gross.
Thank you.
Wow.
Starting to. You might as well just give me a 20 if you got one over there.
Wow.
Sorry, y'all. That was you, Ken.
That was me.
I don't know about you, but I don't think Edward's inviting us 3 back again.
I mean,
It's a
It's unfortunate. You got really.
I know that
locked
you're
out.
thinking you want to play that third TGA action. I guess you maybe have to fly it, but it would really help green if you play both actions of green.
I understand. I hear you.
Okay.
I'll take it under advisement.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to tank your game.
The game's tanked.
Okay, all right.
I'm just trying to not embarrass myself at this point. Eastern is where we're going to do with that. American, you're going to have to fly American or it goes backwards.
Okay, good note.
So American.
That is, I'm never flying American.
Okay.
All right.
Then so be it. Can I get it over the edge? So it needs 16. It should be able to. Yeah. So 2 gates for American, please.
No, not those 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
There you go. So it'll go.
That's 10.
No. And it only needs a few more.
Miami is the highest, I think.
Yeah, let's do it. That's fine. So 10 to 55, which gets a share of American. Done.
All right, I will operate Granif and put out a gate. 1 gate, please.
A Granite flow.
It has not flown.
Okay.
It will require me to pay to fly,
All right.
but I'm a CEO, so I can do that.
Okay.
Rio, 8 for it, please.
8 to 65. Sir?
So what do we do about purple? Ken, have you had any time to think about minor little wiggly airlines like that?
I totally forgot about purple.
We are both shareholders.
We certainly
could both
are.
do something with it.
But neither CEOs.
No, exactly.
I was thinking-
I'll point something out. If you push up the blue, like you said you would,
Which I will do.
and then fly purple, it will get a tech bump. I believe. You can verify my math, but
Is it 3 back?
it will be 3 back at that point.
Well, that's a decision, I think.
Love it.
I'll take the blue upgrade. I mean, it was any time I can do that, but
Yeah.
it
Right.
makes sense to do it that way.
So as long as nobody bumps purple on tech between now and then,
Right, we get a free bump.
which we probably maybe I should just go ahead and do it because I
Could
guess
just fly it because I
yeah.
don't think we're going up to the next level.
no. So I'll fly purple.
So it has 4 gates. So it's 3 or further behind. So half dividends and increase the tech.
All right.
And
So that means we're
purple-
getting 3 each.
3 a share, so you get 6. I got 6.
Okay. 6.
And flip the purple plane.
Color up another 20, please.
All right.
Make it easier for people to see what I've got.
It's sad, but I think East just straight up flies. Not what I was planning on doing, but that is.
I will tech bump yellow.
Hold on, hold on,
Sorry.
hold on.
Oh, sorry.
hold
You
on.
are flying. Yeah.
$4.
Or you don't need gates, but I do need tech. $2. Done.
All right. I will tech bump yellow.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I'm reckoning
Okay.
tech bumping purple's as good a thing as anything.
Doesn't hurt.
Purple goes up.
Is it in a city that will be where it'll be harmed? No.
There are only 4 weight cities and they're empty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody wants to go to Boston.
Okay. So we need to tech bump green at some point. Are you going to do that with your action? If so, I'll fly it.
Sure, I can.
Okay. I'm flying green.
So that is 59, which is six a share.
Okay. We don't have a choice. We have to pay it out.
Yep.
In full?
Yep.
So that's $12. A moment here. Fixing something. Sorry. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. There. You're gonna have to fly TGA.
That's fine.
So it's gonna need gates. So I think that would be ideal.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to want to get.
Do you want me to fly before you take your next green purple action? Because I could fly it, and then you could put out gates if that's what you want.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? So I'll go ahead and bump green. Tech. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then, sure, I'll fly orange-ish.
Yep.
6.
So 3 gates and half dividend.
3 gates.
So 3 gates,
Right.
and it is in gray, so it's $3 a share.
I got my 3.
That's 10 minus 1. Just so I can be one of the cool kids.
Oh,
There we go. Okay.
I'm going to mix a little bit more of the 20s into circulation. Thank you, sir.
All right, Martin.
I've got Branif and purple.
Yeah, I've only got only one of those. I'm not quite cool.
Oh, you're cool, Shrek.
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay.
Purple looks like I think it wants some gates out.
It's got plenty of
Where
gates.
do I go? And I've got no actions after this, so it's just going to have to put the gates out now. That really isn't going to be great, is it, if I did that? But it would. Could be. So 10 there, 14. I'm inclined to do New Orleans and Miami. It won't get me a card now, but it'll get close to a card later.
That's 14.
14.
7 and 7 is 1468.
Looks good.
Sir?
This is a pretty weird position. All the ones I need to fly have flown except Granif. Oh, in America. But with America, I can offset the loss of the stock price by actually getting a stock bump here.
You could tell you to do something for purple that would give it a stock bump.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm listening.
St. Louis and an upgrade. And upgrading St. Louis in the process.
Ah, so that makes it
9,
10.
11. Oh no, it's green, right? So yeah.
Yeah, so
10.
10.
10.
Can
Which
we get it to a
is
10?
Sort of too bad at this point that it's
Oh,
already
that'd be able
flown.
to.
But yeah,
Actually, well, there's Montreal would be level.
yeah. Oh no, I could just place one. I think that's probably what I'd do.
You can play. Oh yeah, an upgrade can just come out from
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, that would work. Although if you place one, of course, that means it will only pay half dividends.
Next time it goes.
Yeah, which may
Well-
be a factor or not, depending on how the dividends aren't great from purple, but
No, they're not.
yeah, there's definite stock bump if you can plot one into St. Louis.
What if I just got a little bit more money for America? And that would keep it from degrading at least. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place a gate in Phoenix.
Why? Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm first next round. So what has not flown? So looking at this, it's Granif and American.
Yep.
This makes the most sense. This and that.
All right, I'm not sure what to do with purple. I'm trying to decide.
If you want to give purple a stock bump, then
I
St.
don't
Louis
know
is
if
the
I
place.
care enough about purple for that because
I realise, but
because you are each 2 and I'm 1,
yep,
and there's
That's
no more,
fair.
and there isn't another share out there for me to buy.
that's true.
I could get it there, but I think I'd not guarantee to get that purple share. So I think I might just drop those gates somewhere else. That is where I like. The problem is
The other-
It's
Now-
very hard to put them in places where you won't drop the share price of purple.
And it hurts them worse than it hurts you.
where I won't drop the share price of purple.
Right, because you put them in white.
Yes.
Oh sure, yeah, no. I'm not sure if I'll.
If you put the gates for purple in white,
it hurts.
it hurts
Yeah,
purple.
yeah. I don't think I would
Yeah.
want to do that.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so either.
So, but like you go into Kansas City, for example, right? Or
Sure.
or Rio or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to do that without getting it to the next level. Do you
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
get it to the next level?
You're helping anything positive you do
Yeah.
for purple helps them.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. What is that? That's an 8. What is 8? Does 8 get to the next level?
Like that's why.
Yes.
It does, really?
Yeah, 68 to 76, right?
Exactly.
So like, if I buy the yellow share, I either don't do anything with it, or I put it out in the white cities and cause them to to fix it, or help my other companies. Like put it in a position that will
Yeah.
force them to do that.
To upgrade.
That's the yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, if there is there okay, there is a 7 out there. And I can put 1. All right, let's put 1 gate in Atlanta.
Okay. So this is going into Atlanta.
Yeah.
7 to 75.
Not super helpful, but not super unhelpful either.
Yeah.
Okay. Martin Graniff.
I was going to say, what would you like me to do to help you, Shrey? But
Well, obviously flying is what would help Stray most.
It saves me how much money?
$4.
$4. Pays me $4
If you can get 11, it would increase the amount you and I make on what are inevitably going to be half dividends.
And that, oh, there's no gates. A hub.
A hub, yeah.
But it's got to be a hub somewhere that Graniff is, and no.
There's a 10. What does it need?
That's the best. He needs 11.
Oh, there's no gates. That's funny.
Yep, no gates.
Could you move and upgrade?
It's currently in green.
To get to 11, I can't.
That's 10.
Oh, actually, yes, there are some possibilities. I mean, since in San Francisco, it's 9 and
That's
3.
12, yeah.
That would do it.
Yeah, but is there a place that you want to move?
From, because all the places it's in are pretty good. Atlanta is the worst,
Right.
and it's 10.
And I don't want to move Atlanta because that's
and
setting up for I'd move that. No, actually, Atlanta would be okay.
well, but it's not going to get to the next bit.
Yeah, the problem is it has to increase by 11.
Oh, I see. Yes,
yeah,
of course.
so it's not gonna- yeah.
So a move is not going to do that.
It is.
I think a hub is the most income you're going to get. It's just not going to get to the next band, which
Correct.
fine. I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah, it'll still make something, I guess.
New
New
Orleans
Orleans is the best one.
is the current best one. Atlanta is the future best one.
Atlanta's the best one when upgraded.
Oh, let's go with New Orleans.
So is Dallas, by the way. Oh,
But-
you're
but
not
I'm
there.
not in
Never
there,
mind.
yeah.
So 10 for Graniff,
Yeah,
which puts it.
Just a bit
just
outside.
just like it will. Like,
That's Graniff.
yeah.
All right, so starting with Ken, are you a CEO?
I am not a CEO of any airline.
I'll spend $2 for American.
Go flying it. Yep.
American will fly.
It's in the
It is currently in
$6 range.
the $6 range.
It has no gates. It has how many gates does that have? Over 3, I assume. Mark, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 6 gates.
Oh,
okay.
it's got a ton.
You could tech and gates. If you feel like the tech is important at this point. I don't know if it is.
1 round left.
I don't think the tech matters.
Yeah.
So let's just pay it. $6 a share. It's 12.
Your shareholders approve.
Alright. I need to pay
And
4.
it keeps
was
it from going backwards.
Yeah.
And I figure if you
It's gonna
do
go
that-
up, yeah.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
was my thought process.
Yep.
So I paid 4 to fly Graniff.
And that's the last one that hadn't flown.
And that's also 6 a share. It has nothing. So how about we take? Ooh, interesting. So I could take all 6 gates. I don't know if that's a good idea for 1 round.
I don't know how people are putting out 6 gates.
Yeah.
No.
So it's definitely 3 gates. It's 3 gates. The question is, do I pay half and take do I take a tech bump? Because it could get to orange.
Yeah, but there's a lot of competition going after orange. I suspect it's going to be hard for you to get up there.
You're the boss, Trey.
Yep.
I mean, it's a decent airline. Unfortunately, these cars aren't spectacular. So it would have, I would have 2 actions, and then you all might or might not take actions with it, which would mean I would have to tech it up and then only get 2 gates. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with counting on you all to put the gates in the right place to get another bump here.
Remember, there's a share out there too.
There is, yes. Share will come in, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to pay out half. So half
Okay.
of 6 is 3.
3 a share.
So I'll take 6.
Sorry.
Whoops, I'll take 3.
All right. So, and Martin, you're not the
I'm
CEO.
not CEO of anybody.
Okay. So, all right. Running through the steps. Done. Everything flew.
Yep.
Tech penalty. Is anybody?
No, nobody's in the white.
Yep.
Nobody's in the white.
Red is, but they're
Oh.
safe.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice it. Didn't notice Phoenix.
All right. So contracts. Starting with Ken.
I have a national route. Dallas, LA, Phoenix. We'll apply it to red.
Dallas, Phoenix, and LA.
So,
you
goes
get
up
2.
one, and I
Yep.
get 2 measly dollars. But hey, $2 is $2.
Just one card and that's it.
Yeah, that's all I've got for this round.
TGA, Vegas, Mexico City, and DC. So $3, and Orange gets a bump. Done.
$3 Southern Route, Rio, New Orleans, Atlanta for Granif, please. Granif.
Wrong one. That is this
that
one.
yeah. And I'll take the $3 from over
Okay.
here.
And Martin?
I've got a national route for yellow, $2. New York, Chicago, San Diego.
And $2.
And $2.
$2 coming your way.
All right.
The $2 was not the.
Not
the sweet
Not
for
not
that
what
choice.
does me.
Yeah.
As I was thinking of, I must admit.
All right. So final round that we're playing.
And you have the.
I do. So I'm just gonna float this idea
Flipping the
before we
throne.
get
Okay.
anywhere.
Yeah.
TGA is sitting in the catbird seat right now for Orange. So if you were interested in buying that last share of TGA, let me walk you through this. It will finish here because it'll be sold out, right? And then, but also it has for if I increase the stock, you can place 2 in Orange, which can really, really help.
Sure.
Is that something you on your first action to get the first ones out there? That's the key.
So clearly, yellow is the share to buy.
You're not going to. Here's the thing.
So if I know that you're going to buy the yellow, then it becomes okay. What's left? Red and pink. I like my Granif.
Sure.
I like making it better.
Yep.
Would I have enough money to buy if magically Granif came back to me?
And here's the other thing. Granif.
If someone buys Granif, then
Here's the thing. I am motivated to work with TGA, and I'm out of it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
clearly out of it. So that
I'm
it doesn't help either
I
of
see
them.
what you're saying. I think I agree with you. I'm just verifying. Yeah, that is an approach I would take.
Okay, $24. I will throw that down here.
And
Yep.
then 13, cheap 13
Yep.
for TGA, please.
Another flip.
Yep. Okay.
Well, I could gain to Granif on the basis that that's.
And then it
No
was-
CEO.
you'll lose a CEO.
If either of you buy Granif, there's no CEO.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily a problem.
Understood. I'm just information.
Just have to be careful to make sure it pays out full, which would mean making sure that the gates don't fall down to too low a level.
Melinius, that is entirely possible. I hear you. I imagine you have a suggestion on that as well.
So you've got 2. You can still put 2 gates out on Granif and get it to pay fully next cycle, because that would still have 1 gate. Oh, there's only 1 gate available. Then you have to increase by 3. Yeah, so it wouldn't be able to put gates out easily. So Granif is interesting. Could grab a little green just because green is also quite a good company, pushing up forwards nicely.
Green is
Past that, volley heart.
Yeah,
green is not
these cards
in
are
a
not.
great shape right now.
Is there anything that can help Orange?
Oh, no, it's major shareholder saying
actually,
that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's more
I
of
am
this.
tempted to buy
Yeah,
it
it's
because
more of this.
Edward is not going to use
couple
his
of those,
shares
yeah.
for whatever reason.
Right.
Well,
So,
and then a couple others. If there's enough gates, there are enough gates.
So
But if
I'm
I bought
gonna
it, then
need-
you wouldn't be in a CEO position.
I wouldn't be, and it's crippled enough. I just don't think it's not doing well.
Which one?
Green.
Oh yeah, green's not in a great position.
Yeah.
Red. Oof.
You should buy something.
I should buy something, but there's not much. Unfortunately, the best stocks have gone. And this is where the turn order stock position is hurting me. I think it's probably granite. I don't like having it CEO-less, but I really don't see what a better option is. So I'm going to go with that. 18.
18.
All right. Purple also
That
doesn't
flip
have a
over.
CEO, huh?
Ah, good call. Thank you.
Purple's got no shares to be able to acquire.
You can
Yeah.
become CEO of green.
I think I have to. I'm invested heavily in it. Edward's not using his actions with green. So.
Well, no. I did exactly what I said I would do with green.
Yeah,
I
but
did.
In order for it to be a healthy company, we need to use all the actions. I gotta take a
Yeah.
third share.
I mean, I would have loved the third share of green, but I
Sure.
can't afford it.
Yeah.
So,
So that's 15.
okay. I would like to point out, I paid out of pocket for American to help it
That's
out
what I should
too.
have done.
You did.
I did.
You did.
So
I might. I mean,
I will. I mean, the thing is, I'm running out of availability to do anything like actionable.
Yeah.
So, but I will take another Eastern for 9. I'm sorry, not Eastern, American. It's only going up in value.
Yep, I will buy the other American for 9 because it'll double jump.
Okay.
Guarantee you to.
Yeah. I mean, that's $4 off the top for sure.
So, is pink.
Boys, you buying Eastern? Yes or no? Martin?
That's the question, isn't it?
I mean, if you didn't buy it last round, I can't imagine why you'd buy it this round.
Well, I got a lot more money this round, and probably can prevent it going backwards.
If all
you
three.
and I are both at cert limit.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh right, yeah. I'm at 9.
I'm at
I
10.
could get 2 of them.
So yeah, we could sell it out, in which case it will go up.
Yeah, might as well do that. So it's what's its price at the moment?
7.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. As I
And,
say.
so Ken has the option next.
I do.
I can't imagine why you would.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I
I mean, in all seriousness, like,
hanging on to a red with a CEO who's highly motivated to act
yeah.
seems better than
Yeah.
co-CEOs of.
Yep. So I pass.
I guess
Yeah.
Martin might
He could take CEO, but
nominally be CEO.
I will buy the other
Eastern.
Eastern, yeah,
Yeah.
And I will buy the last one.
which makes him CEO.
it does.
Yep. Okay.
And then Ken, you've already passed. You passed. I pass.
Well, we're out of shares.
we're
It
out of
doesn't
shares,
matter.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right. So, as discussed, TGA is there, and we'll
wait,
back up.
Do the sharing.
Yep.
Yep.
Apologies.
Right.
All right. So starting here, sold out, double jump.
Yep.
Everything's sold out.
Everything's
Yep.
sold out. Yeah.
So double,
Blue doesn't double because it didn't have a share
Double.
available.
yeah,
single.
That's sad.
Yeah.
double, single,
Yep.
double, double. Okay. Now TGA is
Now-
going there because that's into the new area.
Yep.
And now can either upgrade or place gates in over yonder.
Gates.
Can you tech up green with an early action? Do you have enough actions to use green?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay.
All right. 2 gates, please, for orange. So it's 19 and 15.
That sounds like 34 for orange. 34 is 96. 96 puts out another hub for orange. Okay.
So there is one other place that gate would be good to go.
Yeah. Anywhere.
Well, for
Yeah. Okay. So now Martin.
So if I
Teamwork.
tech up yellow, would you be ready to put it onto some European places, Ken?
Yes, I have some European places in mind for yellow. In fact.
Oh, excellent. And you'll let this go?
Yep.
Right. Okay. Tech up it is.
Yellow gets the share bump.
Yep.
And
All right. So we've got 2 here. Rome is 1.
15.
If you had another place you'd prefer,
Let me just see. Yellow. Amsterdam, probably.
okay. So another 15. 35. And that doesn't happen this time.
Right.
Yep. Are there more gates for yellow?
there are some
No.
available.
Sad.
Those are available, but not. But we won't get them, obviously. Well, unless we fly, I guess.
We will get them.
There was probably not much
So
point
if you want to
flying.
put out the last gate,
Yeah.
I have a suggestion.
Oh yeah, we will get them. No choice, have we? Because they'll have to
So we'll
take
get
off.
it over 100. Right, yeah, look at
Right.
There's only 3,
so
right?
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because
You could move something if you want, but there's that gate.
That's
Over
true.
there.
But we will do a little bit of the final flight at the end. So,
Yeah, true.
so we'll get full amount from that.
I actually want to wait on that because I have something that will get us over the threshold, and so, or do you have one as well?
I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean. As long as the gate gets out here eventually.
Yeah, eventually, right. There's no rush, is
Well,
my point.
It could be, yeah.
Tech green now if you want to wait on the other stuff for sure to do something.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, I am invested pretty heavily into green.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it makes
if you
sense.
tech green, you're probably buying an action with his red later. Right?
That's fair. All right. I will. Here you go. So green goes up
Yep.
there. Okay.
I
You're
will
up.
tech up blue. Can you push up blue on the stock track?
Blue
Light
goes
blue.
up on the stock track. And did green go up already for its move?
Yeah, you push it up.
Okay, cool. All right.
In which case, I think a couple of gates for blue are in order, aren't they?
Yep.
And they're going to be Brussels and Paris.
Oh my.
It's
Brussels
18 and 12.
Paris.
So 30.
Yep.
30
30 for blue.
So takes it to 17
Very nice.
right now. Yeah, that's
And
right.
that means it gets another stock bump.
Yep. And these.
Yep. And for green, let's do London and Rome.
Those gates.
Yeah.
London, Rome is 19 and
30,
15.
34.
34 sounds like 80,
83.
93.
93, yeah, 93.
And that is a hub for green. Oop, that was terrible. So that's actually valid. That's valid. Another nice thing for orange, honestly, is putting out that hub.
Sure.
Where can it go?
I mean,
Dallas?
it could go to Dallas,
is
right?
pretty good. Yeah.
And then,
Is it going to get to 126? That's the question. Because it's going to get, so we just need to get it over 100.
Sure.
It's potentially, there's 3 actions left. One of them has to be, well, you can fight or not, depending on whether you
Sure.
move or not. One of them has to come maybe over here.
So a hub makes it maybe 14. 14 feels right. Oh no, it can't upgrade. Okay, hold on. Hold on. How can I? Yellow has no gates.
You could fly yellow, then it would have gates.
Defeats the purpose, though.
Oh, sorry.
I need to be able to place gates to be able to then have it upgraded,
Yeah.
that type of thing. shoot. All right. How do we do this? American has no gates, but it can place a hub as well. But the question is, where do I think is going to get upgraded via these guys? Well, Orange can... Well, Orange has got to be there. That's the other problem. No, I think... Placing a hub in Dallas? Do you see a reason not to do that?
As long as there's enough actions to get another one out here.
I think there is.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this is going to happen. I think those have...
Yeah. I have 2 cards. One of them is dead. It's impossible at this point. It's possible for a company that I don't care about. Well, that I care less about.
I'm trying to manipulate things in just the right way, and I don't know if it's going to matter. Do you need green in Miami?
I do not. Just please don't move it somewhere that
To white.
is not at least yellow.
Oh yeah, I'm not being punitive.
Yeah.
So it's currently at 10, and this actually makes more sense for me. I will take the second green action.
Okay.
We're going to move out of Miami.
Yep.
Red doesn't change. Purple actually goes up 3. 1, 2, 3.
Gets it
A hub.
So it's going down 10. So 10 is
Yeah,
in
it's
Miami.
going. It might as well go over there. And where's green? We can get it. 4.
Happy.
Done. All right. Move. Relocate. Yeah. Done.
Blue. Well, actually, before I do this, will it fly if I? Are one of you going to fly blue? I assume that Martin, you're invested in making sure the blue flies.
Yeah, it'd be good for blue to fly.
So I'm going to do some upgrades then.
So
Okay.
because I did that for, I need help.
Yeah, I told you. You bought a red action. You let me know when you're ready for me to use it.
Where is
I
here?
don't know what we can do with it,
And
honestly.
Well, I mean, one thing we probably should do with it is move it out of Phoenix.
It needed to get done, but yeah, not yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
no, I mean Phoenix worked because
we're-
I bumped
I'm
stock,
upgrading
but-
2 cities with a blue,
Okay.
so it can do this.
Yep.
Rio is getting 7 for.
Yeah.
So for each of these, so 7 to 82
Which is a hub.
puts out a
How
hub,
about Chicago, since it's got a hub already there?
and then blue is going up
That's it.
7
as
as
well.
well to 24.
Interesting
I like Chicago as an
option.
idea.
No, I can't do Chicago. And then Atlanta's the other one.
And going from 7 to 14, so that is 7 for blue, 7 and 7 for purple, 85.
And blue
Done.
already has the 100 out, right?
Yes, it does.
Oh, apologies.
It's okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't supposed to do the thing.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 that have
Yeah,
gone over
that's-
100
yeah.
currently. All right, we're good. All right, Martin.
I think pink may actually do something.
Interesting.
Oh.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I've got some shares of pink. I think it's going to go into St. Louis for 6. Which may seem a little odd, but there are reasons.
Just don't get it into. Just don't get it up there.
Does that have to go?
Well, we can move a different one.
And then I think Dallas.
I mean, if you want to stock them.
Okay.
So So
Cause
Pink's gone into St. Louis for 6 and Dallas for 11.
that sounds like 17 for
17 for Pink.
Pink. 17 is 51.
That's like the magic number.
Share.
Okay.
You
Not
mean
that
to
it
use,
matters because there's no more share outs.
you mean to use red now?
I mean, what do we? What getting it out of Phoenix? I mean, if there's anything you can do, because there's
Doesn't have any gates.
in flying it now isn't going to help it revenue wise.
It would, and it's not going to get. I mean, you could decide to take half revenue and give it gates, but
No, that doesn't make sense, right? And
Well, it
so
flies one more time.
it does. That actually, maybe you should fly it.
You want me to fly it?
I mean, let's talk about that, right? If you fly it, it gives it 3 gates, half revenue.
Mhm.
It will bump up.
Well, you would choose that because you're still CEO.
Yeah, I understand. So then the gate. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go
Okay.
ahead. I see no reason not to, right?
Flying red.
All right. So half gate. So throw 3 gates out for red, please. And it is currently
Making 3.
$3 a share, which is a whopping
Not exciting,
9. But
but I will live with it.
Yeah, I'll take 3.
okay. All right. TGA. Okay. There's got to be a way to do it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Is going to move.
Okay, well that's important for the
Oh.
thing.
Oh,
Like
God.
you just need to get it to 100. That's all that matters.
Oh, is that all?
Right, because we're not getting to 126.
No, I get it, but you need that other gate.
Yeah,
Right.
For
Well,
yeah.
then I have to move a gate for a stock bomb.
Well, so we have a gate there. Use that.
Well, this one, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
right?
oh, I see.
Right.
So I could move. Oh, I can't move that. I could. Okay, Washington can get moved for sure.
The problem is.
Oh, okay. Dallas can get moved.
Oh,
Mexico
no.
City. Mexico City's trickier.
Yeah, no chance. The problem is, it needs to move here.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's why I moved that with earlier. Is Miami going to get upgraded?
Nobody there is in a position to do that.
I mean, I could do it with purple.
No.
No, you
You
can't.
Oh, right.
Cannot.
You want me to move purple away from there? I can move purple somewhere else.
Yes, that would be great. That would be helpful.
It would be unhelpful.
I could move it somewhere where it's gonna. Oh, for it's unhelpful for purple. I can move red out of
It
there.
would be unhelpful for purple.
Fine.
Yeah, I can move
Fine.
red out. Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait on that. Hell, I could move red.
Yeah, you could
But-
do it.
If you fly yellow.
So American is actually
Before I
going to
take my
place
final
2
action,
gates,
but I can get us another stuff up there.
and red is currently still only in
Hang on.
U.S. and Canada.
There actually isn't a place where red can go back up because it's still only here.
Well, I can
Well, either
fly
way,
last
these have to
action.
go out, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
That'll work.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
It's not the one I'm going to do next, though.
Yeah, that. I mean,
Everything
do
is
it
filling up.
separate
Yeah.
if you like.
Oh
Yeah.
God, this is actually terrible. I can place 1 for 9, so the magic number is 19 for red.
So as a shareholder in red, I
Yeah.
will tell you that if you put it in Santiago,
I can't.
why does red suck so much?
Because it's had no investors.
If you put it in Winnipeg,
Yes.
Winnipeg will be 9.
Okay. I mean, that's 9. Kansas City is 9. That's
What's
18. The
that's the
magic
number you need,
number
right?
18. No,
You need 19.
19. It's got to be 19. Well, wait. Hold on.
Well, New York
That's
is 9.
12.
Yeah.
All right. So there's 12 to 69, and that becomes a lot easier
7.
now.
I mean,
You know what?
Minneapolis, New York.
Kansas City is a solid 9. Sure, that works. And that's 9 to 78.
It's a hub.
Okay.
All right, Granif. It's got to get over 100, so let's put 2 gates out somewhere. It's in the green, so it can't go overseas. There's a 10. No, it's already there. What else is good? There's a 9. 9. This is 9s and 10s. That's it, right?
Yep.
So we'll do a 9 and a 10. So can I get 2 gates, please?
Yep. So
What are you doing?
Kansas City and Mexico City?
Yep, for 19.
Do you have green?
Oh, so not green.
No, sorry.
Teal.
Yes,
Teal.
teal.
Well, you can't go to. Isn't it already in
Can't-
Kansas City?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it
That's
is.
true,
So
yeah.
then San Diego.
And
That's
San Diego.
19. So 90 is 109. That's 108.
Crosses 100. Gets
So-
a stock bump.
This, and that. There we go. Martin?
We'll upgrade St. Louis. Up there, send it up to 8.
To green.
Green.
And-
8.
Purple action.
Purple action.
So pink goes up 4.
Yeah,
Purple goes
pink-
up 8.
Yep.
8 to 93. Okay.
All right. I will do some upgrades with green. We'll upgrade Santiago and Winnipeg.
Santiago. I got Santiago.
In Winnipeg.
They're both gonna be brown.
Brown. Sorry. So that is
Yeah.
5.
5 and
That's
7.
green.
So 12 total.
12 total, yeah.
12 is 109.
AKA over 100.
And the stock bump.
And a stock bump. Yeah.
Stock bump.
That was green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you figured out the TGA issue yet?
No.
So
I need you to move that.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, no, I can do that. I wasn't sure if that was what we decided. Well, I can look for that. Let me figure that out.
So it's got to be at least 10.
Yeah,
That's
which is
8. Oh, God.
yeah, that's the problem.
Red. Right? That's 11.
Oh, it is. I could. Yeah, okay. That is a better call than the other option. There's one other option, but I'm not going to do that one. All right.
Okay. So I'm going to stall, do another American action.
Got a hub you can put out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Atlanta looks pretty
That's
nice.
exactly where I was thinking. So that is 14 for
92.
here, 92.
Perilously close
Yeah,
to
yeah.
All right. We will move and upgrade to Boston. So it's going down 10, but up
11.
11.
So
it's
plus 1.
Plus 1. Yeah.
oh man. Yeah. All right.
Sir? Okay. Oh, there it is.
I think I'm going to do something with breath.
That's
Or
fine.
with purple.
Okay.
No, with
That's
purple, I
the
think.
one that I got to do then.
Yep. I'm going to definitely need to act with purple at this point.
Well,
Oh,
would you be interested in upgrading Vancouver and Montreal?
that's not a bad idea, is it?
Or placing a hub in one?
The upgrade would be a couple in Vancouver and
4, so it's 6 total.
6. A hub would be 7 in Montreal.
And then another 8. Or another because I'll probably upgrade it eventually too.
So 7
Let's
for
do that.
purple.
7 for purple.
7
Gets it over the line.
is 100 dead on.
Yeah. So it actually doesn't get it here for
Oh, right. But it does.
but it does stock bump.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. It's more
I'm not
important
sad
thing.
about.
Yep. And that was my purple action.
Okay.
I will take the final action for green. Let's fly. Let's fly, baby. So green's at 109.
Which is $10 a share.
No sane reason to withhold.
So
So-
$20.
$30.
And you are CEO.
He has
Yeah,
3
okay.
shares. All right, orange. TGA is going to move and upgrade. So that is a +2. So from 8 to 12, that's +4.
Mm-hmm.
Which there, orange is a stock bump.
Yep.
There. And then that was from green, so it's +2 to both of them. 2 for pink and 2 for purple.
It's a nice 2 for purple.
Yeah, well, I had to because it's the extra bump.
Yeah.
All right, I will TGA and put out that last gate. So it's going up 12 for Amsterdam.
Okay.
12. There, that works. Martin?
I think blue's got to fly, right?
It's got to fly.
Time for it to fly then.
All right, so that is at the 126, 12 a share.
It's not. It's co-CEO. It's got no gates.
Oh, no gates, so it takes no dividends.
No, only if there's 6 available.
Right. So it's
It's going to take 3.
It's going to take 3.5.
Half.
Because
Yeah.
there aren't 6 available.
Yeah.
All right. So 6
Fair
money.
point.
6 money per share.
Yep.
Okay. Better than a poke in the eye.
12, please.
Very well.
Okay, sir.
Are you going to fly purple?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it.
I guess I can't really properly improve it enough to get it to 26. So I can just fly it. I mean,
Might as well.
yeah.
I don't see why I would
Yeah.
do it.
It's 10 a share.
Fair.
Yep.
10 a share.
Oh, but is this a this is a joint
unfortunately,
CEO
yes.
thing as
Yep.
well? So again, 3 out, so it's only
Okay.
5 a share.
5 a share for purple.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure, I'll
That's
take
me.
5.
TGA is going to fly. And I am CEO. That's 10 a share.
Flip it over, Ken.
And purple. Just flew. Thank you. So.
I need a 20 from over there. Thank you.
Very nice.
You and I are the only one. That's it. And my game is how
You've forgotten to mark one of your actions, right?
you had to have.
What was it? I moved red.
Yes.
I moved red.
Yep.
Yes.
And then
This
you
is your
just did
last
something.
action.
Oh.
There you
and-
go.
and-
Now he's
yeah.
taking his last action.
So I can fly to save myself $6. That's the thing to do. So let's fly that. And
10 a share.
co-CEOs, sadly.
Oh,
And
again.
there's 1 gate, so it gets 3 gates.
In half. That's 5 per share.
So I need another 5 from over there. Thanks.
Yeah, here. Give me.
And 10 for you, Martin.
There you go.
Yes, oh yes, I'll grant it for it. Yeah.
So Martin, yeah, you're gonna
fly
yellow.
yellow.
All right.
And that's also a no gate, so
Yep.
co-CEO,
So
so
what is
half
it?
shares,
It's
It's at 12, so 6 per share.
6 each.
6 per share.
Yep. So 12 for you. 12 for me. And then I will add gates for yellow, and we'll add them for reasons
Mm-hmm.
in Vancouver and Montreal. So that's a total increase of 11 to 46.
That was very handy. Good choice.
Okay. All right. So now you may pay to take an action. Okay. So a moment. Everything I am CEO of.
Well, Pink didn't fly, did it?
I'm not CEO.
Oh, Martin's CEO, right?
Yep.
So TGA. So what is not flown?
Only
Pink. However, is there anything? Those have all advanced. It doesn't make sense to spend any money.
Well, you could get a stock bump well, Martin could get a stock bump for Pink.
Wait a minute. For $4, red hub, please.
Oh yeah, that makes a difference.
Oh, yep, absolutely.
Boston's enough if you. But
I mean-
Dallas is better.
Yeah, so that's 11. Is 104.
It's a stock bump.
It certainly is.
Yeah, what does Grant need? It's at 6. It needs 20. No, that's not happening with. Actually, hang on.
Because everything's going to
Oh,
fly
I
again. Remember.
I can do that, can't I?
I thought that was
can?
a good.
Yeah.
That made sense.
So oh no, Graniff is not. I'm not.
You're not CEO of Grant.
Ah. I'm
Well,
not,
that's the problem
You're
with
not
the joint
CEO of
CEOs.
anything.
not
are
CEO
you?
of anything. No.
All
so
right. And
I am
Martin-
CEO of Pink, so it will fly for 4.
And that is
Paying
$6
$6.
a share.
It's the question. Do I want the stock bump instead? I think I do.
yeah, you have one more than the two.
Yeah,
Of us.
I'll do the then. So it'll be 3 a share, and we'll take the.
So it's still 3
Okay.
a share. Okay.
Yep, 3 a share. So I'll take my $3. Make it
there's one more flat to
5,
come.
Yeah.
10,
Stock
15,
bump is worth it, I
20.
think.
All right. And then Ken, you're not doing. Oh no. Yeah, Ken, you.
I could technically take an action with green.
Oh right.
Is there an action that can get me 17?
Unlikely.
Hold
actually,
on.
there are
Wait,
two-
place 2 gates.
Place two
Yeah,
gates, probably
Brussels
can.
and Amsterdam,
Yeah.
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that works.
So
Is it worth $6
right,
to
so I'm
you?
spending $6, and that would, when I fly,
We'll get you $2 per share. It's a wash.
$6. So
But
everybody else you get stuff. I get 0. I'm good, I guess.
okay, fine. All right. So now a moment. So because we are calling it after 4 games.
Yep.
A moment. Sorry, wrong one.
So everything flew. So nothing goes.
Yes. So okay. Yeah. Hold on. Nothing and no tech that you're. Blue is in yellow.
What?
Oh, what?
Purple and yellow is in yellow. So yellow and blue both are moving back 1.
Wow.
Oh no.
Didn't even notice that.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Yellow's in that one also.
And yellow's in that one. Pink doesn't matter.
Sorry, Martin.
Red, purple,
Because both of us messed up on that.
Yeah.
red. Looking in white, there's that.
Yeah, no,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That goes backwards. That's not trivial.
That
No,
is
it's not.
I would not say trivial at all.
All right. Now contracts. So orange is in Rome. Orange is in Seattle. Orange is in Miami. That's $4 to me.
And
And
stock
a
bump.
yep. There we go.
Yep.
So that seemed
Okay.
good.
You should do all yours now.
I think I did.
All right.
Because that's what I had left, and it just
Gotcha.
wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Canadian one that's just no good. It would have
Yeah,
been
no.
purple. It would have worked for purple, but
Yeah.
it's not quite there. But it would have worked for purple. All right, so orange is in Brussels, Amsterdam, and Vegas. So I will take the 4. Okay, yep. And it gets a bump. Sorry.
Done.
Orange gets a bump.
I already bumped it.
Oh,
I
wow.
removed it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Any more? Okay. So
Yeah.
purple is in Miami, St. Louis, and New Orleans.
Up here. Nobody can see it.
There's money for
of course.
purple.
So that's
Yep.
1 for me.
And what was that? Purple?
Purple goes up 1.
Okay, done.
Then blue is in Rio, Brussels, and Paris. So
Done.
blue goes up 1, and I get 5
money.
bucks.
Ooh, 5.
Whoa!
Oh, Jesus.
Gosh. destroying everything here. And then finally, yellow is in Amsterdam, Minneapolis, and
Vancouver.
Vancouver, and goes up 1 for that, which makes up a little bit for its dropping for because we didn't notice.
Well, and I'll pump it back up so it'll. we'll get exactly what we lost, which is, but we also get money.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is for green,
That's 4, and then
and that is for yellow.
so you get $9.
I get 9.
Okay, so now that the game, we're saying at the end of 4 rounds, everything flies and pays full dividends. Okay, so we'll just do this one at a time. Here, and flip them back over. So, pink is the only one that is not. So it's $6 a share. Take your $6.
12, please. Thank you.
Okay,
To color up
so
and,
Yep, will do.
yellow is the highest, made it at 12 a share.
Okay.
Oh,
12 the
I
share
have
for
some
yellow
of that.
is
See.
give me 25.
Yep.
It was 12.
Give me
shares.
100.
Did you
Two
take
more.
the 2? Yeah.
There we go. There we
We're
go.
gonna need some more bigger.
What do you need?
chips. Well,
Yeah,
we only have 1. Yeah.
100 when you get a chance.
Okay. Everyone good with yellow?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Blue is also at $12 a share.
25, please.
Wait, $12 is 24. I'll leave you 6 is 30. 40. I need 40. Yeah. There's.
All right. Everyone good with blue?
Yep.
Okay. Orange is everything else, for that matter,
It's $10. a share.
is $10 a share. So literally, all your other shares that haven't paid. So
Right.
that's paid. That's paid. So
Does this seem right that it would be?
Well, you didn't. So we've only done these 3.
Blue, purple,
correct.
red.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
70.
6, 7, 8. That's 100.
I need 70. 60
Okay.
rather.
60. Got it.
I've
Martin.
got 4 shares, so that's 80. So if you give me that, it's 100.
Wait.
It would
4
have 40
shares
is
is
10.
10. It's 10. 40 then.
So
So
you need 40.
yeah.
So
Sorry,
two
I
20s.
misheard.
Got it.
There we go.
And you're at 70? Or
I
did
paid
you
myself
got-
already,
Okay,
yeah.
good. All right. So now, this is from our last game. So, what do we got? We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 companies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, fine. So we have yellow, orange, green, red, pink, blue, and purple,
And pink and turquoise. Do you get turquoise or whatever?
and
Oh,
turquoise.
Teal turquoise.
Okay. All right, yellow. 35 a share. So, Shrey.
35.
Martin and I are at 70.
Okay. Orange. So that is yellow.
Yep.
Done. Orange is 31 a share. That's 93.
61. 62 rather.
62. Ken?
No.
You guys both have none.
Yep.
Right. Green is 31, so it's 62 for me.
93 here.
93.
That's it.
Red is 15 a share. That's 45 for me.
15 for me and Ken.
Yep.
15 and nothing for Martin.
Nothing for Martin.
Okay. Pink is 13 a share. That's 13 for me.
13.
26.
None.
26. Okay. Blue is nothing for me. Now's where it hurts. 24 a share.
48.
48.
24.
24, 48. Purple, 21 a share. Okay, I'm done.
42.
42.
21.
And turquoise. Here, let me take care of that. Okay, done. 27 a share.
27.
Okay, 27 for Ken.
54.
54
And 54.
and 54. All right, a moment while I do some maths. And here, y'all can watch over my shoulder and make sure I'm mathing correctly. All right, so
Oh, I see. Okay.
what do we got? 10, 15, 18. 1, 10, 24. 248
Those
in
are-
stocks.
Yeah, but you still have cash.
Yeah. I only have so much room on this.
Yep.
So there we go. All right. Then we're looking at 10, 15, 19, 27. 2 is 9, 11, 12, 13. Shoot. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17. 17 and 7 is 24.
No?
Not that different.
Wow. Okay. 8 and 9 is 17, 21. 10, 19, 19 and 8 is 27. And here we're looking at 10, 20. 9 and 8 is 17. 17 and 7 is 24. Really? Yeah, but cash on hand. All right. So plus cash on hand. So a moment. Here we go. So we got Martin at 240. Cash on hand.
180.
180.
180.
Looks like 420.
Exactly.
All right. Ken has 271 and
225.
225. That is 496. Probably
Yes,
winner.
the winner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shrey has 247.
177.
177, 14, 1, 11, 12, 424. Beat Martin by 4. And yours truly, 248. And we're looking at 163. That's not going to get it done. That is 11, 1, 411. There we go. Ken ran away with it. 496 to Shrey's 424. Martin's 420. And provided my math was right, great teacher, 411. Now, to be clear, we could play 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes a matter of min-maxing.
And
Right.
It gets us into the gray.
And it gets us into the gray, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are shares available, but at a certain point, it's diminishing returns. So that's why we chose to only do 4, because honestly, you've seen the game now.
Yep.
So if you're a patron, hang out. We're gonna do a little round table. Otherwise, certainly appreciate. Thanks to Jay and everybody over at Rio Grande for sponsoring the stream. Really appreciate that. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully. Y'all enjoyed it, and thanks to these guys for taking the time to do this. Certainly
And
appreciate
remember to fly your thumbs to us.
that. Like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Certainly appreciate it. Consider supporting the show. Patreon.com/HCHQ. You get Slack access. You get access to all the patron-only streams. You get your name in lights at the beginning of the streams as well. Certainly really helps the channel. So I'm Edward.
Trey.
Martin.
Ken.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care. Bye.